If you're constantly battling low energy, cravings, weight control, watching your health slip away, listen up. There's a simple daily protocol they don't want you to know about that's helping people ditch their meds and reclaim their health. Up to 88% of Americans potentially suffer from some degree of insulin resistance. The Feel Great protocol is a simple two-step daily system designed to help your body work with you, not against you. Step 1. Unimate, a powerful yerba mate extract clinically shown to boost mood, increase mental clarity, and support fat burning. Step 2. A patented fiber matrix called Balance. Taken before meals, it helps regulate blood sugar, curb cravings, and support healthy insulin response. That's it. No crazy diets, no meds, just science-backed support your body actually understands. Feel Great is perfect for you if you have low energy, weight control, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, poor sleep, diabetes, snacking, sugar cravings, gut health, systemic inflammation. This isn't a trend, it's a transformation. Start today to reclaim your health with the Feel Great protocol.
This just in right now from the State Department. They are announcing that since the beginning of this operation, Epic Fury, great news, 17,500 Americans have been able to safely return here to the United States. Another good update yesterday, 8,500 Americans returned to U.S. soil, trying to get an exact number on how many of those were evacuated by the State Department. But however they got here, 8,500 and more Americans back here on U.S. soil out of harm's way. Harris?
On that, and moments ago, I was talking with the Vice Admiral Robert Harwood, and he was saying he could see the shift, that Iran is not firing as much, and those airports are running. He noted Abu Dhabi, which is where he was, and he could see the commercial flights and some of those evacs that I would imagine are part of that too. So that is great news. 17,500. I'm marking that now. We are shifting forward. It's been about 106 hours since Operation Epic Fury began at 1:15 a.m. on Saturday. Jillian, thank you.
How is it going out there, my fellow world patriots? The hell is the date? It is Sunday, March 8th, 2026. And of course, we have 17,500 or 17,000, but a lot of people returning from the Middle East here. And of course, they're always using some parts of our favorite numbers here. But it is Saturday, and I have my good buddy, Mr. MatrixQdeBreaker. How are you doing this fine Sunday, sir?
Well, we're starting with 17s today, so I feel great.
Starting off good, right?
Exactly, yeah. And this week's been wild as all get out. This whole Operation Epic Fury. We have Kristi Noem, who's getting, let's see, she got promoted, fired this week, according to the narrative. So we got to really pay attention everywhere, everybody.
Yeah, what's up with that, dude? Like, what do you make of that? Like, because at first it's like, wait, she got pulled from her job, and they're pulling another dude in there. And then we hear there's other reports, because, you get varying, conflicting reports. And one of them is that, some of her stuff, was delaying some of these investigations. And I'm like, well, if that was true, then she probably would have just been outright fired, no? You would think, no?
You would think.
Oh,
what about her apparent, what is it, having an affair and all kinds of, like, spending how much was it? $200 million on a commercial as well. Like they're throwing all kinds of stuff at the wall right now with it. So
yeah, it's just weird, right? And I guess we should know it's par for the course by now. Kristi Noem, and again, she's what? Central casting.
Central casting for sure. Look at how she looked back in, I don't know the exact year they changed her up, back in like 2017 or 18. The way she looked, they beautified her, gave her a good face, and then threw her into that position. So I look at her as a Scaramucci model. Yep, there she is. Yep, perfect. There she is. She did
There's the new
not
one.
look that good before.
Yeah, I mean, and then you say what's good looking, right? Is that relative, right? It's like,
Well, it's here's the thing. It's the face of it. It's for people to see, for the narrative. So in a way, it had a bit to do with it because it got people to go, "Oh shit, look at her." You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It was the face of it.
I think she just got a big hair job. You know what I mean? She got a big hair implants. Yeah, let's see if we can pull this over on a different tab here. So we
But
can
it
have them
looks
side by
good
side.
though, especially in comparison to how she looked before. She does look a lot better. Like
Yeah, I
there, she
mean,
looks like Tucker. She looks like Tucker Carlson's twin sister.
now she she does.
She seriously looks just like Tucker Carlson's twin. Okay, I got to get a screenshot of that. She looks ridiculous. She looks just like.
That's
There, I got
funny.
it. She looks just like Tucker Carlson right there.
Yeah, she looks like South Dakotan, rancher or something like that. But then, like, wait, what? And dude, I don't know. It's just me, dude. But is her eyes fake too? I mean, she had some colorful eyes there, but those eyes, I don't know. They're just like almost looks like they have contacts and a bunch of face filler. But yeah, they dolled her up or whatever you want to say since
Yes.
2016, and this is 2016. I want to say, yeah, this is November of 2016. So yeah, a little
Yep.
short hair job, and I've honestly I've never been a fan of short hair like that on girls.
Right.
And I think most people probably would say long hair, right? Oh, let's get some extensions
Now-
on you, Christy.
I will say this though. You are right though, because I did have an ex who did do the short hair thing and the long hair thing, and it does make a massive difference both on how your face looks, how fat it looks. Everything about you changes the way you look when you do mess with your hair. And with her, it looks like she has, whether it's fillers, eye job, I don't know, but whatever they did to her, I think whatever they did to her, she looks better than she did before because she went from looking like Tucker Carlson's twin sister to this. So
Yeah,
thumbs up.
It's whatever you calling that, right? Whatever you
I mean,
calling what
dude,
they're going on.
I've never seen that picture before. I thought I was looking at Tucker Carlson dressed as a female for a second.
Canadian Patriot says what
That
is
one.
it? Yeah, part one looks like a dude. The 1.0 looks like a dude, and yeah, I mean, dude, I think your synopsis on that is Tucker Carlson's cousin or stepsister or
Well-
twin sister.
Yes, but the exact same time, because I don't try being mean either. But it's like, even like right there, what I'm looking at, even though it does look like Tucker Carlson's twin sister, she still does look like a female, and she's not like butt
Butch.
ugly. Yeah, she's not butt ugly or anything. It's just like the transformation to the new one was 10 times better, and it just so happens this picture is Tucker Carlson. I swear to God.
Right? Oh, dude. And
I can't.
so did you happen to and it's before the show, we always throwing stuff together and checking out the computer and making sure, dude, like for some reason my computer has a ghost in it, like the ghost in the machine we talk about and laugh. Like started my show yesterday. Everybody's like, dude, your sounds like you're in a tin can. Oh, my computer decided it wanted to turn from my Rode or my my additional microphone to my laptop microphone. So that was
I hate when that happens.
That was fun. I'm like, dude, like why? Like a computer's not supposed to do that. So just weird. But
Right.
I don't want to put you on the spot too much. But did you happen to see anything today that happened to have any QE stuff? Any posts today?
I will say right now, the only thing I've done today is prep for the show. I've seen nothing going on today.
Which I'm not going to fault you for because it's pretty damn close to the beginning of showtime here, and so I think it was just an hour ago. Again,
Nice.
yeah. So again, guys, this is where I'm going to kind of leave this for folks. What I'm about to show you is again. You only really have two options. It's you believe that President Trump and you trust President Trump, or you don't. And you either believe that he deserves the benefit of the doubt or you don't. That's just how I'm reading this. And so Here we go, buddy. Ready? Let me pop this on here and then open it up for my side of the chat. Let's see. That's a 4 million follower White House account, verified, and says, in case you missed it.
Whoa.
Like, dude, really?
Whoa. No kidding.
Get your decodes going. Get your live. All right, so we got March 8th, right? And we get 11:59. So that would be 11:59 because it's AM. So let's just check that one right off the bat. Let's see, folks. And you know, this is me just doing this live as we go. Patriots are in control. And this China post. A lot of Snowden posts around this time, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, UIDs here, clown UIDs, Armenia, search by country, Armenia. So yeah, I think this is when they were watching like, oh, here we go, Carmack. This might come up a little bit later, dude, but no, this is not for this. So that timestamp doesn't seem to come up for anything because it's 11:59. But then we can go into what the post says, right?
What about 22:59 military? You check that yet?
22. Well, so before AM, it should stick on 11:59.
Oh, you're right. It's AM. I'm brain fart. I'm thinking it's yesterday's stuff.
No, totally understandable. But Patriots are in control. Let's see. That was for here, but we know
now,
that one. Right?
We have Patriots in control, and there's Patriots are in control. There's two different ones. So if you do Patriots in control, there's 10 drops. If you do Patriots are in control the way they did it, there's 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just did do the whole thing right. Let's see, and then and again, Mike doesn't know how to use a computer for crap. There we go. There's the 3, September. Remember.
In October
9th. Okay, so see here. You are watching the systematic destruction of the old guard. Power will return to the people. Patriots are in control. Remain. That's the one there at the where we put that into the end of that movie clip that we play at the end of my show here. McCabe.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where he's shooting from the he's shooting from inside like a little booth where Hillary gave herself in there. We are at the precipice, and this is 2018. Swamp fighting back, remain calm. We're here for a reason. Patriots are in control. So I mean, they've told us so many times, dude, throughout the years here. And let me see if I can pull this one up. We've had how many from like the DOE and Department of Energy, Department of Defense, this, that, and the other, right? Like there's been so many.
They've been going crazy. They've been going crazy, bro.
So how are you reading that? Like, because for me, again, it's like, wait, it's not just like Trump and maybe a couple people in his inner circle or whatever, because in my opinion, we're being shown that these various departments, essentially, obviously the White House here, DOE, Department of Energy, DOD, all the different ones were clearly supporting him still.
And DOE, of course, gives you your Q clearance, by the way. So remember that part as well. And then with the White House, okay, so how I personally read this, I don't see the White House saying Patriots are in control. I personally read that as the white hats are letting us know the Patriots are in control. The White House, to me, because they're run by the white hats with Trump officially back in office, they are the white hats. It's not the White House. They are the white hats. And Patriots are in control, to me, is just, and like you said, you got to put in all the other channels or different social media sites that they post on, wherever it may be, what they're posting out. To me, not only are Patriots in control, to me, it speaks of what we talk about on the other channels, full control. It's on every level, whether it's mainstream media that we're seeing it, whether it's on Twitter, X, True Social, Trump himself, Fox News, or wherever. We see the same type of stuff. So it's full control and Patriots in control. That's how I read that. And it's awesome to see, because you're right, that was literally an hour ago. So I had no idea that was there.
They keep peppering us with it, right?
And it's also a pilot. We got a little calm right around the Super Bowl. I think maybe it was a Super Bowl commercial that we talked about possibly being, what looked like JFK Jr. was in the commercial. Well, now we have one with a mustache, so it is a little different, but it's another one of those comms. I like it.
Yeah, and here Mac had put together some of the imagery for our show on Monday, Hold the Line, where you see here, and I'll unblock my side of the folks here. That's the Department of Labor is saying, hey, hold the line, right? And then we go forward here, and we got, Department of Labor showing another one with Mel Gibson and Hold the Line. So that's interesting. They keep showing all these different things over and over.
And those are lines from the Q drops, by the way.
Oh, yeah. and what did they say a long time ago? That the need for proofs is long since, past. Like, they don't need to keep doing proofs. But I think it gives us a little bit of, excitement. It gives us a little bit of adrenaline shot, whatever. And it lets people know that, like you're seeing here, Patriots are in control. And I know you saw this because, I know you go through all the deltas and stuff like that. But when we go in here into the aggregator site and we put in R07, I think, and go this way here. What is one of the deltas that we see? Coincidentally, is that Iran or is that make Iran or is that
I see Iran, Iraq. I'm trying to think of other I countries.
Post 3002.
And that's really close to a date. That's close to a date too.
Yeah, that's
Rio 2.
That's it's close to the date, but it's also a yesterday delta. And oh my goodness, we got, a bunch of stuff happening in Iran, as it were. Isn't that coincidental? Very, very. Is that Kash Patel? No, but very coincidental. So
he's too tall.
He's too tall to be Kash. How is everybody doing on this fine Sunday out there? I don't know about you, dude, but it's gonna be getting nice and toasty here in Rhode Island. We're gonna get to 60 the next couple days, dude.
Oh wow, you guys are gonna get a little bit warmer than you've been. I know that.
Oh god,
here balmy. Today's Sunday now, so Friday we hit 82.
Whoa.
It's not like that today, but today we're at 56 and sunny, but it feels great outside. So we had a random hot spot Friday. I was out disc golfing when it happened too. I was sweating hard because I'm not used to the heat yet. So
that's awesome. Yeah. That 60, these next couple of days will probably feel like 80s because it's been so damn cold.
Exactly.
Oh, we'll see. Who do we got in the old chat there today? Listen in while driving. B-More says, awesome Sunday here, getting warmer. Thank goodness. Going to be listening while driving. That's what I used to do a lot, too. I used to try to consume as much as I can, driving to work, driving home while I was at work, supposed to be doing work, but more focused on this than anything. It's like an addiction matrix.
Well, that's the thing, though. Right now, I don't have to drive to work. I'm already at work all the time. Because my work is right at my computer. Yeah, it's like, exactly my point. Here, let me scoot over to my other computer. All right, let's go.
That's
how it should be, though.
Oh, absolutely. I said I'm not a braggy person, but we got where is it? General. We got some good postings the other day on the top 10 over there on Rumble. So we do appreciate you guys sharing the show out and whatnot. And due to your wonderful Patriots support, we managed to get ourselves on the leaderboard. Even yesterday, me and Hulk separately got on the leaderboard. And let me show you this one, dude. This is pretty interesting, which I think will be here on the leaderboard come tomorrow. But check this out, dude. Cool is this?
We had leaderboard last Sunday for a little bit. I sent you a screenshot of it.
What did we get to last week? We did pretty damn good. I know we did for sure.
We had 11 and 20.
Not badass. See, that's awesome.
Right.
But look at the top 5 leaderboard. We got Dave. We got 8 track Mark, Rambo, And we know Salty Cracker and me and Hulk on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good
Nice.
yesterday. Gotta love it. And hey,
Nice.
that's why we always say, ladies and gentlemen, please give us a thumbs up on the way out there. It costs you guys nothing, but it also helps. And I say this lovingly, of course. It gives you more tinfoil hat folks to talk to, like ourselves. And, I would never say like yourselves because I'm exactly like one of you. us tinfoil hat folks, give us more of those people to talk to, and that's what we want to do, is get this word out to people as much as we can, for sure.
Absolutely. We're just people. And we're not feds, by the way.
Speak for yourself. No.
Oh, shit.
Damn it.
What I get myself into.
Right. So we talked about this the other day a little bit, but it was yesterday. So this was pretty interesting, dude. I thought, is this the great split? Is it starting to be? Is it going to start being apparent? Let's take a listen to here. But President Trump says the United Kingdom, our once great ally, may be the greatest of them all, or maybe they were the biggest two-faces of them all. This is me, of course, here saying that. The greatest ally of them all is finally giving serious thought to sending 2 aircraft carriers to the Middle East. Oh, Johnny-come-latelys, I guess. That's okay, Prime Minister Starmer. We don't need them any longer, but we will remember, we don't need people that join wars after we've already won. President Donald J. Trump. Dude, how about that? Like, kiss my ass, essentially?
It's amazing, too, because it's wars we've already won.
Right?
Which war is he truly talking about?
It's interesting to me, dude. And, dude, don't you find it interesting as well that when the team was dropping, in late 2017, 18, 19, 20, whatever, they were trying to do this stuff where they kept trying to like get an aha moment where they were trying to find out like who Q was and this, that, and the other, and they wrote all these different articles about him. But then when the Biden, air quotes, the Biden administration got in there, nobody in that air quotes administration decided to do any searching to find out, who that team member really was. I think it was like a quiet secret, like they all knew exactly what was going on, and I don't think they wanted to expose that it was truly coming from him. You got any thoughts on that one?
Well, yeah, that's why that they attacked. I mean, you could literally go in the drops. There's hundreds upon hundreds of attacks on Q, or should I say QAnon, and all of us and everybody else. So, do they know what's going on? Yes, absolutely. Some of them may not, but I'm pretty sure almost all of them understand what's going on because they all talk. So, I'm not going to call them anons, but people that pay attention on their side of things, they're spreading the word. They're watching people like us, finding out what we're seeing, what we're saying, what we're decoding, and they're spreading the word to their other fellow friends that are involved in all this stuff. Because, I mean, how do you think they know what to say or think, or how would they find out what's going on is what I should say. You're going to find out by word of mouth. And how do they find out? By looking at people like us that were people back then that were putting stuff out on top of what they can find out for themselves. What did they really find out? I have no idea, but they definitely know about us in the movement. There's no way they don't. It's impossible they don't, because that's what's taking them down. So
right. Things are starting to get a little wild, and I think it's going to continue to get a little bit more crazy. Let me see. So Hulk showed something during the show yesterday, and I'm like, this is getting bananas, right? And I don't know if you saw it, and I don't particularly want to show it right now, but it was that dude, Jake Lang. He was like driving through New York City with like a goat in the back of a van, and he's saying, "Oh, this dude's a goat effer," and this, that, and the other. Oh yeah, dude, you didn't see that? It was
no,
just.
I'm normally always at your Saturday shows, and yeah, I was gone all day yesterday, so I literally have no clue what you showed yesterday. I totally missed that. No clue what you're talking about.
Okay, so I'll paint you a picture. So basically, Jake Lang was driving around in a van. It looked like, I think it was New York City, and he had a van in with the door open in the back, and he kind of, you know what? I'm not going to play the video, but I will just put it on the screen. See, that
Uh-oh.
way I don't have to sit here and try to describe
Oh,
this.
he's got a U-Haul van too.
Yeah, so he's got a U-Haul van. He's like, oh, the Khomeini's effing goats. You know, he's goofing, you know, pedophiles, and Khomeini is da-da-da-da, lewd gestures towards the goat and calling the mourners goat-raping pedos. And I'm like,
Oh my
dude,
God.
yeah, this dude is, I don't know, man. I get concerned for some of this stuff when they start pushing the over-the-top rhetoric. You know what I mean? Like this type of stuff. Like he's got a goat, and then another one he's got like a pig that he's holding, and they're bringing like a pork to like a Muslim thing, and I'm like, dude, like you're just pushing buttons out there at this point, essentially. You know what I mean? Like pushing some really hardcore buttons, and then guess what happens? People get pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say what ended up happening to him. Did he end up getting messed up?
Oh yeah, let's see. Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's see here what they say. And this is Freedom News TV reporter here on. Let's take a listen.
Protester identified as Amir Balat, an 18-year-old man, lit and threw an ignited device toward the protest area, landing in the crosswalk of East 87th Street and East End Avenue. Witnesses reported seeing flames and smoke as it traveled through the air before it struck a barrier and extinguished itself a few feet from police officers. Mr. Balat then ran southbound on East End Avenue toward 86th Street and gets a second device from a man tentatively ID'd as Ibrahim Nick, 19 years old. Mr. Balat lights the device and starts running with it. He then drops the device on the west side of East End Avenue between East 86th and East 87th Streets. Officers immediately secured the area, and they took both men into custody. This was all captured on NYPD Argus camera.
So, you know, you get the temperature up there with the people like, oh, you're a bunch of goat effer and pedophiles and stuff like that. And like, yeah, okay, you want to make a point, but like it's going to start getting dangerous for the passersby. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, you're right. But question, so the guy in the van with the goat, that was the target of these guys that got arrested?
Let me see here. So yeah, this is this was anti-Islam protesters by multiple men in New York City. 2 Muslim men has been arrested.
So it's not a gay. Okay, so I thought you were showing guys that threw a Molotov cocktail at the guy in the van.
It may have been because we're getting different reporting. Well, let me continue on here. I got another one for you. I'm gonna go to the second post here because this is funny. Oh wait, is this the one here? Oh, okay, here we go. So, crowd of anti-Zoran protesters. So, listen to this. This is Mike Davis here saying, well, the first one, New York down the bottom. Multiple arrests made after suspicious devices found outside Gracie Mansion home of Zoran Mandami during anti-Islam rally and counter-protest. And then Mike Davis says, the most dishonest reporting we've seen in a long time. 2 jihadis throw IEDs into a crowd of anti-Zoran protesters. On video, yet NBC reports these bombs were found, and it implies that they belong to the conservative protesters. Truly a new low in journalism. So We got a lot of craziness coming out of New York. Anti-Islam. You got this guy running around to different areas, taunting people, and as much as that's that's not my flavor. Is Islam's not my not my flavor, but you see what they do for people that wrote a cartoon about certain people, certain Muhammad, right? People wrote a cartoon and they went to go kill these people, and then this guy's like, dude, I mean, I could, if you pull up just, if you start searching that dude's name, let's say, how about this one? A pig. Like, Jake Lang bringing an entire roasted pig to Zoran Mandami's office in the middle of Ramadan. Maybe a paid protest, they should pass out bacon sandwiches. Like, you know what I mean, dude?
Well, but like they're stoking the flames.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie though. I am that type of person that I absolutely love every last second of this. I'm anti-Islam. Anti-Islam. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care. I don't care what religion you are, but if you're a part of something that's going to be quite literally dangerous to everybody because of how you are, then you need to get the hell out of our country. And this here, I don't care if they stoke the flames. Go for it. And the whole Zoran thing, go for it. Why do I say that? Because we're watching a damn movie. Zoran was placed in perfectly exactly where it was supposed to be. So all this stuff I'm seeing right here, I love it. I'm not going to lie. I love it. Stoke those flames, baby.
I love it. Let me see. I'm trying to find something too. I didn't even have planned on bringing this one in because this isn't actually an older clip. Because what do they say? They say that why do they dislike Americans so much? Or is it just the the lifestyle and whatnot? Like that's how they always say, right? Like we're impure and this, that, and the other, right? That type of shtick.
Yep.
I got this very cool little.
We are impure, but we're not the ones messing with goats. Okay.
And dude, let's just put it this way. I think I may have said this on a stream before, but yes, in other countries, and maybe our country too, who knows? Yes, some of these savages have sex with animals. And a couple of guys I used to work with, one of the dudes says, "Oh, you see that dude over there? When we were in Cape Verde, he used to have sex with chickens." And I said it to, yes, chickens, donkeys, sheep, whatever, chickens too. And I'm like, so I said to the dude, like, dude, and was with this tone, like, how the hell could you do that? He took it as like, oh, could you show me how to do it? And he's like, oh, it's easy. Just take one leg like this and one leg like this. And I'm like, dude, like, no, I mean, like, how the hell could you do that? Like, so yeah, different worlds, different strokes for different folks, I guess we could say. Is that how we want to play that one?
All I can say is I have my head in my hands right now. What is happening? Chickens. Oh my lord.
Hey, thank you to Dave at News Treason, blessing the channel over here. Gifted 5 subscriptions. So if you're listening, Dave, you may have heard that, which I'm sure you probably did know, that I think it was his show. Dave's show was number 1, 8-track was 2, Rambo was 3, and then I was 6. Me and Hulk yesterday were 6. So 4 out of the top 6 there. Not bad.
That's beautiful.
Unfortunately, get some jealousy by some OGs. Yeah, it was so funny. The high school stuff. Remember the high school stuff? Yeah, that was.
I know. Oh, holy crap! Guess what? I got number 20 yesterday myself.
Congratulations!
So holy crap! So you guys got like top 6. You guys got 3 of the top 6. I got 20 as well. On top of that, for my own show off the rip. I don't look at that normally. I'm only looking at it right now because you said that. Yeah, I got 20 yesterday. Holy crap! Thank you, everybody.
Okay, and that's all from the folks out here hitting that thumbs up on the way out of here, and that's always appreciated.
Right? Actually, no. That's not on the way out. That's the whole thing. Welcome in, everybody. Please do smack that red pill. Smack that thumbs up. Smack whatever positive affirmation button you may have. Do it on all the Space Shot channels. Do it on both of my channels. That way, it's all set and done and ready to go. That way, you don't got to forget at the very end. It helps us out greatly, and it's the free, simple way to get that algorithm to push us out to more people.
Push it. And Chris Schaus dropped a dollar Rumble rant. Says, at Miss America says, check post 888. So
that's today's Delta. I know what that is. That is going to be the Air Force One looking out that window. Thank you, Asia. If I am correct, that is off memory.
Think back, North Korea picks. Everything has meaning. And that was the trip to Asia. Yep.
Thank you, Asia. Called it. because there's another drop that has this exact same picture to it. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. 126. One of the other drops, early drops, like in the first 200 or so, there's a drop that has that. It's just that picture, and then 888, they do it again, and I only remember that very specific because just in the last 2 months I had to utilize that as a decode. But this drop's done twice. This one's the second one. Drop 888, and by the way, today's date is 3/8. 3 8s, matching the drop number 888.
38888. Yeah, and what a coinkydink. Thank you for sending that information in there, Miss America and Chris Schaus for pushing that over. But dude, I mean, let's talk about this for a second, right? Thank you, Kim. So, you know, he was taking these trips over here, and then he was using some of these pictures as posts, as proofs. He took, like, I don't know, what did they take, 5 pictures in a row, and they dropped a couple. Then, a long time after that, people said, "Oh, I don't know if the trip code is legitimate," and we were kind of going by these codes here. It may be compromised, maybe compromised, and then they were like, "Well, here's 2 more pictures or another picture in the line of that sequence here to kind of prove that they are them again." But kind of going down to that matrix, we got thank you, Kim, deal made, clowns out, strings cut, we took control, I ran next. So any comments you want to make on this here whatsoever?
Well, what's this from 2018, correct? I believe
18. 17.
Okay.
Yep, March 8th. Yep, Delta.
So in 2018, it says I ran next. Here we are in 2026. We're officially inside of the narrative that shows us Iran is right now. I also truly believe that most of the stuff that we're seeing is at some point in the past has already happened, even though there is probably real fighting going on now. But the Iran next to me reads as Iran now, but it's also in the narrative. Yeah, and by the way, we took control. No, we have control. Just like you saw earlier, you already posted that. Patriots in control, baby.
Ah,
there it is. Bingo.
And again, the more I see this stuff, right? Like I see him hitting Iran, going back to Maduro, hitting Iran again, going to South America in a joint operation, right? So you'd figure we're kind of thinned out a little bit now, right? Like we're kind of doing a few things on a couple different fronts here, and boy, what a good time for some enemies to kind of get up and get together against us. But yet we look around and nobody is saying a peep, like nobody, right? And then so I go back to that 666 former Prince Andrew, the Royals get butchered 666 proof. That's showing me not only control here, Patriots are in control here, but worldwide, right? Like, I mean, how do you do that otherwise? How do you have these appearing blood-soaking horses come out and gallop through England, and then exactly 666 days later, Andrew is arrested on his 66th birthday with 6 cops? I mean, dude, it's mind-boggling stuff right there for me anyway.
And add one in it. I don't remember the exact one. I think I said this last week, but it was when Trump saw the Queen till her death, or was it maybe her death till her funeral? Whatever which way it was, there's a 666 directly connected with the Queen as well with her death. So that's not just the son; it's her too.
Wasn't it 2394 or something like that? Just going off of complete memory here. No, it could probably not be it. I thought it was 2,394 days, whatever it was in between the Queen, whatever it was, and I remember seeing that decode like shortly, not in the not so distant past. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Just going off.
No, well, I'm going off memory too. That's my whole. You know what's funny is I'm saying 666 for the Queen. It could also be 6 years, 6 months, 6 days for the Queen for something too. It could be one of those. Either way, it's weird how with Andrew it's on 6/6. I'm sorry, on a 66th birthday, and with the mom, it was either 6 years, 6 months, 6 days, or it was 166 days as well. One of the two things is also the mom and the son both had that directly connected to them.
Just a coincidence, and
oh yeah,
and same thing with Epstein, as we found out too, right? He was like 66 years old, I think he was, when he broke out, got broken out, disappeared, got killed, whatever you want to say happened to old Jeffrey on that day. This is 2490. Checkmate. That's a different. But yeah, Epstein, I believe, was the same thing. It was 66, I believe.
66 years old. Yes, I can give you. So he was born January 20th of 53 and was said to have died August 10, 2019. I'm going to do the math over on my end real quick and see what it would come up with. See how old he was. 1/20/1953.
Carry the 2.
953 into 8/10/2019. If I could type correct. Wow, I cannot type today. Totally screwed that up.
This one's from 2 weeks ago, dude, and I never brought this into the show. I think we just didn't have time, but I think it's worth mentioning. And I don't know why that they're doing this, but he brought the USS Mercy over to Greenland. This is, like I said, a few weeks ago. Undergoing scheduled maintenance at an Alabama shipyard, has not been deployed to Greenland. Oh, maybe that's why I didn't show it. But dude, do you remember during COVID, the Mercy and the Comfort, was it?
Yeah.
The Mercy and the Comfort, and I forget which one was which, but we had essentially one of these ships right here off of the East Coast, off of New York, and then one of them was in like California. But remember, we had the air quotes, the war zone hospitals. They're so packed and da 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 da. But then again,
the floating hospitals
that they never used, like they never packed these things in. But dude, we had, and again, so some people that may like laugh at and say like, well, you're kind of stupid to think that some of these things may have happened already or whatever. And I'm like, well, we can show you historically on at least a few different occasions where they were telling us a certain thing was happening, but we know it wasn't, right? And so one of those things is exactly just that, is the war zone hospitals in New York and Rhode Island. And if you remember, we actually had people that were driving around and filming the emergency room in some of these hospitals. And I had a guy in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, who tagged me on X, and he went around to the 2 hospitals in Rhode Island. Same thing. They're telling you how it's like, oh, there's people everywhere. There's people dying. We had to get a refrigerated truck out back because the bodies are stacking up, and it was this horrible thing. And then, well, when people go by to film, there's not a friggin' person in the ER. So, again, can you guys honestly tell me what's going on in your next door neighbor's house accurately? Of course you cannot, right? Unless they're screaming and putting out all their business. But other than that, this is the example that I use, is that we don't know exactly what's going on at any given point. We're only being shown what they want us to see. Right?
Exactly.
And at certain points, those two narratives do not add up. And we've seen it many times over the last 8, going on 9 years now. So many times we've seen this dude, right?
Yeah, and I can literally say not only that, when the Ukraine war first broke out and they were saying how crazy it was over there were people posting videos of going to Ukraine in the areas they were saying were war-stricken zones. No, everybody's living their life normally. Potemkin villages is what I think they're showing us for the war. Fake and gay, just like what's the movie? Blazing Saddles. The whole thing's a Potemkin village. That's what we're seeing with these war zones, in my opinion, that we see overseas on the TV. So, but that's my opinion.
I'm trying to think which one should I bring up first here, because they're both equally as revealing. All right, let's just shoot from the hip. Here we go. Try this one. Islamic regime imam. I think I'm gonna have to. And again, guys, I'm narrating this. This is not my opinion. All right, here we go. This is me narrating, guys. This is not Spaceshot's opinion. And that's like cows. God created them so that people have food. God created one more type of animal, and that is woman. They're just like cows and sheep. They're animals. God has only created them for men to use.
Wow.
But God created these women to look like humans so that they wouldn't frighten the men. Like, dude, people really believe this? Aside from that, women are just like cows, sheep, horses, and mules.
Oh my God.
Wow. Seems like a sweet guy. I mean,
dude.
Right? What do you think?
So and now I guess I didn't even know they said that stuff, but that's kind of what I mean what I said about the Islam stuff earlier. People that think like that, well, you don't deserve to be alive, let's just say.
Right?
You're not human yourself.
Like, you're legitimately saying you think women are like animals and they made them look like humans to not scare men? Like, come on, like a little over the top here. But I very much enjoy this one, which I'll probably get a stupid copyright on, but I think it's worth showing, and I've showed this in the past.
In 1788.
So remember, why do they hate the infidels, the United States? It's because of our lifestyle, right? It's like, you know, we do all these things and it's against the the Muslim faith, and we basically bring this on our own because we're impure, essentially, right? That's what they say. Right. But what about historically?
In 1788, when the United States was barely a country, right, it was having its sailors taken as slaves by the Barbary states, the states of the Ottoman Empire in North Africa.
Tripoli.
The shores
of Tripoli.
Shores of Tripoli. Ships stopped. Its crews carried off into slavery. We estimate 1.5 million European and American slaves taken between 1750 and 1815. Jefferson and Adams went to their ambassador in London and said, why do you do this to us? The United States has never had a quarrel with the Muslim world of any kind. We weren't in the Crusades. We weren't in the war in Spain. Why do you do this to our people and our ships? Why do you plunder and enslave our people? And the ambassador said very plainly, Mr. Abdul Rahman said, because the Quran gives us permission to do so, because you are infidels. And that's our answer. And Jefferson said, well, in that case, I will send a navy which will crush your state, which he did. And a good thing, too. Islamic fundamentalism is not created by American democracy. It's a lie to say so. It's a masochistic lie. And it excuses those who are the real criminals, and it blames us for the attacks made upon us. Don't have anything to do with it.
You think of that, dude? I didn't. You know, I didn't learn about this one maybe 3-6 months ago or so. I was like, really? That's pretty interesting.
Guess I just learned it about 10 seconds ago. Holy crap!
Well, you know,
I did not know that.
It's in their faith. You know, they're in their faith. They can do essentially whatever the hell they want. Kind of reminds me of another religion that says that they can lie to others. You know, the goy and stuff like that. I don't know.
You mean orange juice? Okay.
Have you had your juice box this morning? People need to go with that stuff. So this is funny. Yeah, let's go back to more explosive news. Oh wait, this is it. Show this one here. No, next link. No, that was Tabby Robinson. Here we go. So I thought this was interesting, guys. Dude, Zorhan Mandami's wife liked a post that calls the October 7th Hamas rapes of Israelis a mass hoax. So his wife liked or hearted a post that said, yeah, it's pretty much a hoax. And I'm like, wait, wait, what? Are they? And then he was asked about it, and he says, you know, I'm a public person, and my wife is not in my campaign in any official capacity, so, you know, maybe you should ask me about policy more than that. But, I mean, dude, the idea that she brings up, like, a hoax having to do with that, which, again, you know, insects used to set off that border, but for some reason, what was it, 7 hours? These people went through Israel essentially unimpeded for hours, but usually insects set off the border. They just flew in on these little, you know, helicopter friggin', I don't know what the hell they call those things, like a friggin' industrial fan with a basket on it, the
juice box shut down the border. Is what they did because they knew it was coming. It was another September 11th. It was another Pearl Harbor. It was another false flag. That's exactly what it was. I know that, and most people know that. And of course, what I see with this and the wife, I think it's a combination of things. It's a combination of kayfabe to get people riled up, you know, oh no, the wife liked something. And it did exactly what it was supposed to do, because now we're sitting here talking about it here on the Sunday show, that the fact that she liked a post has caused conversation. It did the exact job it's supposed to do, because now we have people getting to hear that she thinks that was a hoax. Well, I mean, at the same time, it might not be a hoax, but her saying it will cause outrage. That's the point.
Yeah.
So I think it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's doing what it's supposed to. We're talking about it. So it did its job.
Bring a big flashing neon light to the scenario, right? Big flashing neon.
Exactly. Bingo.
You know, I swear sometimes when I label some of these things that I put for the show, I don't know. I called it roundup of. I called this one roundup of Muslim news. Muslim shoots up a bar in Austin, Texas. Lights Molotov cocktail thrown at Christians in New York City. Throws nail bomb at Christians in New York City. Tries to bomb passenger plane from Nashville to Fort Lauderdale this week. Muslims. Why do people hate us?
Wow. I didn't even hear about half of those.
Yeah,
a nail bomb?
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they packed in some nails into the thing, but I mean, dude, essentially, like, I you know, obviously I watch a lot of UFC, right? And they have, you see certain Muslims that are very respectful, right? That are religious and respectful, and they pray and they do, like some of the teams from Dagestan, Russia, right? They're actually Muslim, but they're highly religious, and they don't, you know, they don't go around doing this crap, essentially, right? Like they don't start pushing, you know, hate and this, that, and the other, and they're very respectful of people. But then on the other hand, you have the fanatics, right? That are just like we saw, you know, 1788. Our religion says we can do this to you.
Yes.
So you have varying degrees of this stuff, but like, again, you know, this is not what we want to see in our country. But again, is this another, you know, blinking neon light that all this happens this week? Again, as we happen to just, oh, well, it's backlash from Iran, or is it highlighting things that we need to see not in our country anymore? You know, I'll let you guys decide. But any thoughts on that one, bro?
No, I think you're 100% right. It also, okay, so what we've learned about Iran, or at least I know I have, is that Iran didn't become what we look at Iran until 1979, which for me, I wasn't even born yet. So for me, my whole life, I grew up thinking that it was just a Muslim wasteland, basically. That's how they presented it to me. But now I know that that was all taken over, and those, I don't know the words to it, but the whole story behind it's crazy and whatnot. So seeing the war now, seeing how we're taking back Iran for them, I think you're 100% right that that's going to cause the radical side of the Muslims over here to hop up out of nowhere to fight for it, like the guy that had the Allah, property of Allah shirt on down there in Texas or whatever. So again, it kind of shines a spotlight on the people that we need to get out of our country, aka Dearborn, Michigan, all of it. But yeah, these radicals are the problem. There's normal religious Muslims that I know a couple of them. They're no problem anyway. They're just like us. They don't think that way. Those are the people we don't have a problem with. It's the radicals or the extremists or whatever you want to call it that think like that 1788 or whatever year that was that we saw. Oh, well, our Bible or our religion tells us we can do that. That's what we're going to do. Women are animals, and we can do whatever we want. So no, that they don't have a place in this world, in my own opinion. So
I agree. Now, so guys, just so you guys know what I do, obviously I prep a show and I get all my links and I try to put everything in some sort of semblance of an order and whatever. And so most times when I'm on a show here with, say, Matrix while he's talking, or Hulk's talking, or Mac and Lisa, or anybody else, Tron, or whoever else I'm on a show with is talking, I'm always perusing the interwebs, because I'm, you know, trying to make sure we're getting you guys the most up-to-date news as we can, because as I say, you know, you set up all these links, and by the time showtime comes around, you might have different stories like this coming out here. Nick Sorter's reporting out of Kansas City 16 minutes ago. International airport in Kansas City is being evacuated, all travelers and workers, due to a serious incident. Initial reports of a credible bomb threat to the airport. All planes have been halted and sweep is underway.
Interesting.
Yep. So more of this stuff, right? And of course, you're gonna have people say, "Oh, well, this is all due to, you know, Trump doing this stuff in Iran or whatever." And it's like, you feel like they had a larger plan, and that they were probably gonna do something anyways. I mean, why are they sending all these people over here? You know, military age men, essentially. So you know, see something, say something is certainly in order here. And then this is an update 32 minutes ago, or excuse me, 40 minutes ago now. Jessica Tisch, which is actually Tisch, without the C, Tish, was my grandmother's nickname. ish. And actually, she had it on her car. New York Police Department bomb squad conducted a preliminary analysis of a device that was ignited and deployed at a protest yesterday, and has determined that it's not a hoax device or a smoke bomb. It is, in fact, an improvised explosive device, or an IED, that could have caused serious injury or death. Further analysis will be conducted, including on a second device. Emir Balat and Ibrahim Kayumi, couple, red-blooded Americans right there, were arrested on the scene yesterday and are in custody in connection with this matter. NYPD is working on the investigation with our partners at the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York. Southern District of New York, very busy district in the last 8 years. And the FBI through our Joint Terrorism Task Force. I want to again thank the brave members of the NYPD who ran towards danger without hesitation and quickly apprehended the suspects.
So,
Dude,
so that was the video we saw, correct?
Yeah, that was the device being thrown in. And I mean, dude, it's, clearly these people are here not with the best intentions. And, if you got the, obviously they have the materials to make some sorts of devices. So do you think they, you know what? They just hit Iran, and you know what? They just hit some Muslims. So now I'm going to go out to the hardware store. I'm going to put some stuff together. My guess is they had this stuff ready to go in case of anything, essentially. And, death to America. They've been saying it for how long?
That's what I was going to say. How long have we been hearing about what are they called? Sleeper cells or single cells or the one-offs, all that stuff and whatnot, and how when something happens, they're all going to come out. Well, honestly, when Iran originally kicked off, I thought we would have more than what we've heard about. So I think we're already off to a semi-decent start with that, because Iran put out the jihad on America, and all we got was that little list of 5 things from you. That ain't too bad. That really means we are not doing too bad, because I would expect it to be way worse, but it's not. So far, so good in my own personal opinion on that. So,
I mean, dude, all he's doing, right? Trump is doing is something that he never wanted to do. Going back, 30, 40 years, he didn't want to do any of this stuff, and he's just doing what BB wanted. And let's make sure this is loud enough here.
The Iranian situation is a case in point. That this country sits back and allows a country such as Iran to hold our hostages, to my way of thinking, is a horror.
You're advocating that we should have gone in there with troops, etc., and brought our boys out.
I absolutely feel that, yes. I don't think there's any question, and there's no question in my mind. I think right now would be an oil-rich nation. I think this country is responsible for that war by its own weaknesses. If we were respected, properly respected as a country and as a people and as a nation, I don't think that you would have the war going on right now between Iran and Iraq.
Would you like to be the president of the United States?
I really don't believe I would, Ronna.
Most people who are capable are not running for office. Most men are frightened of politics today.
It is a shame, isn't it?
Yes.
It is a shame.
Why wouldn't you dedicate yourself to public service?
Because I think it's a very mean life. I would love, and I would dedicate my life to this country, but I see it as being a mean life, and I also see it that somebody with strong views and somebody with the kind of views that are maybe a little bit unpopular, which may be right, but may be unpopular, wouldn't necessarily have a chance of getting elected against somebody with no great brain but a big smile. And that's a sad commentary for the political process.
Television, in a strange way, has ruined that process, hasn't it?
It's hurt the process very much.
But if all the men are like you, then when are we going to get somebody who might be good?
I don't know. I hope it's around the corner, but I don't know. If we had the one man, and it's really not that big a situation. People say, well, what could anybody do as president? The one man could turn this country around. The one proper president could turn this country around. I firmly believe that.
You think there is one man?
There is one man that can turn this country around. I could tell you, I know a number of people that would be excellent president, but they are not running for political office. They're not in political office. They're extraordinarily brilliant. They're very, very competent, but they're not running for political office, and I think that's very sad. And I think you said it. Maybe television is the thing that most hurt the political process in this country. I feel that this country with the proper leadership can go on to become what it once was, and I hope, and certainly hope, that it does go on to be what it should be.
I mean, dude, he's been saying this stuff for decades that, we've basically been run over, roughshod. Also, I don't think I'd like to be president. It's a rough thing, and television's basically killed that. And then he also said another, I think in the same interview he said, if it got so bad to the point where, the country was going down the tubes, then I might step up then, right? But I mean, the dude loved the country for decades here, and he's been singing the same old tune for a long time, and he very much didn't like the fact that they kidnapped our people and held us hostage, and that we essentially didn't do crap about it. You know what I mean?
Right. And I know somebody that could run and do it really well. Who was he talking about? I wonder who he was talking about. He's talking about himself, everybody. I think that's why Q said think mirror. I think when he was saying that, he was just looking into a mirror.
46 years. That's 46 years ago, too, dude.
46, huh? Oh, interesting number.
Right?
40, 45, 45-47, 46-year Jack Hughes. Interesting how we just hit all those markers.
Yeah. Who's that in the chat? Airman 66 CES that still makes me think of JFK Jr. Right? And
yeah, always will, because that's where my brain's at every day. Because I believe that Q, the head of Q, is JFK Jr. I think Q is Jr.
Dude, anything's possible at this point. When you find out who's talking to you, you'll be. What was that post? You'll laugh when you.
I want to say exact words. So
sure, go for it.
Who is talking here? It's who you talking to you. Let me do it that way. Oops. There we go. It is
talking.
Wait till there it is. Wait until you learn who has been talking to you here, and it's signed by not Q plus Q. So it's not Trump talking to you. Who else is it?
Wait until you learn.
No, wait till you leer.
wait till you leer who's been talking to you here. Let's pop it up. Oh, you got two of them, right? Same thing, same repost, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, for a repost, yes. I just want to make sure I said it right.
Right there. You are learning.
No, you read it wrong. You were leering.
Oh, you are leering. You are leering. How many coincidences before it's mathematically impossible? Wait until you leer who's been talking to you here. See, it even rhymes.
It rhymes now too, bro. Come on.
Wait until you leer who's been talking to you here. But again, too, and I always like to take guesses, and I think I may have asked you this, so if I have, we'll move on. But have I asked you during one of these shows, like, who your best guess is on who took down the pedo network in Hollywood? Because it talks about it in here, and it talks about how you'll laugh. Find out.
Actually, okay, so you did happen to bring it up last week, I think, actually, but which is totally fine. Because the conversation is interesting, because I never really thought of it that way till you said it, but it makes 100% sense. But you brought it up as being Cat Williams.
Oh, okay. So this is going back to 2017, and so where was it?
Because you said it'd be funny, and you said it'd be a laugh, so it's a comedian. That's where you went with it. I never thought of it that way.
Well, I definitely have a different take on it too. Let's see, narrative. Who exposed the pedo network within Hollywood? You can't answer, but will laugh once disclose details. And so, what I've been thinking for a long time, ever since back then, I've had two names specifically, and now that you kind of bring in like Cat Williams, it's kind of like, well, he's a comedian, and you'll laugh once you disclose the details. So that kind of does make sense. But prior to his disclosures of what he came out with in 2025, I was saying two people. I was saying one was Britney Spears.
That's right. That's who you said last week. I was another conversation that was Cat Williams.
But I was also leaning towards, and more so heavily, I was more leaning towards Stormy Daniels, right? Because
that's it. Yep.
Because there's nothing funny about a pedo network, but it's kind of, it's kind of haha, like, a porn star exposed the pedo network, like that would be the only thing that has any relative humor whatsoever to me. So I don't know. I mean.
Mm-hmm. Now, I remember that I had two separate conversations in the last 2 weeks. So you brought Britney Spears and Stormy Daniels, and the other one is about making you laugh. Think about Cat Williams.
Oh yeah.
All the different things he's been exposing for a long. I've been watching Cat Williams a long time, and he's been saying some stuff that if you go back and watch his older stuff from like oh 06, 7, 8 and whatnot, he was saying some stuff even back then that if you go back now and watch, you'll be like, whoa, wait a minute, what?
Oh yeah.
And so Cat Williams was another piece of the conversation, because how much did Cat Williams go around in 2024 and 5, went on Shannon Sharp saying, oh, 2025 is going to be the year everything comes out. Now we're in, or maybe he said 26. We're in 26. Now everything's coming out. Cat Williams is a comedian. He will make you laugh regardless, trust and believe. And there's one other piece of this I have yet to say out loud, that when this happened last week, and whoever it was I was talking with about Cat Williams, his name's Cat with a K-A-T. Now, isn't it ironic that like Pete Hegseth goes from Fox News and jumps into the Department of War? We have Kayleigh McEnany now on Fox News. We have, basically, Fox News is a shuttle bus for people that work in the Trump administration. Well, I just find it interesting. There's a combination, because there's a steady person that's on Gutfeld all the time who goes by the name Cat, spelled K-A-T. And it's not a connection to Cat Williams, but I find it funny how Cat Williams is a mainstay with the D-class, or not D-class, but the exposure of it. And now we have a Cat Timp, who's also now on Greg Gutfeld, who, well, let's just say she drops bombs quite often as well. So again, just an interesting thing how Fox News always comes back into it when you're talking to me. So
isn't that crazy? So actually, you know what? And this is just a side thing. Somebody had shared something with me, so I'm gonna play this just for about 10 seconds, enough time that I can click it on, and then show Matrix what I'm showing to my side of the audience, and then I'm gonna click it back off, and then I'm gonna show you guys a different thing. So, you guys remember this song here? So Matrix, I'm showing them this here. You know this song here from our good friend.
I can't think of the name of the song. I know what you're talking about. I can't put the words in my head, but yeah.
So yeah,
I know
Cappy.
the video.
So who is it? Tron had shared this out yesterday, so I might add this. I'm gonna see what folks think, and if they like it better than the original, I'm not gonna play the whole thing now, but I'm just gonna play maybe 30 seconds of this. But Mr. Swickley, who made that awesome Froggy intro for my for the show here, which happens to be 1 minute and 17 seconds, just coincidentally. He made this. He made a like a techno version remix of it, so it's the same words and everything, but he just beat it up. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. I'm definitely gonna play it in the future, but I don't know if you guys may like this more than the original or not. So I'll give you about a good 20-30 seconds of this for now, and then you guys can decide for later if you like this more than the original. Pretty wild.
Something special is happening in here. Hello. That's right. That's right. It's back into jackets, bringing it back for brackets and jackets. Special MC Nyland edition. That's right, folks. Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, the man with the island, which is suspiciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see this man, Jeffrey Epstein. He's funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people.
So if you like techno, that's your jam. If you don't like techno, you're not gonna like it.
Oh my god.
creative stuff.
I don't like techno, but that's still awesome. So somebody in chat also wanted me to ask you a question.
I'm not doing questions today. Sorry. No questions.
Oh, sorry,
no
Chew. Sorry. It's out the question.
Okay. What you got?
Let me find it. Here it is.
No comments today. Sunday, no comments today.
Chew out there says, see if Spaceshot has heard anything about Tel Aviv getting bombed over the last 36 hours. There's a complete media blackout, apparently. And it just asked if you happen to hear anything about that.
I personally have not. Let me take a look at what we got. But again, we can't tell you accurately what's going on. Iranian missiles smashing into Tel Aviv this morning. No doubt the BBC report was 2 cracked windows and a plant pot. So I'm just pulling up something on X here. But again, we don't know. All right, recycled footage, October 1st. So that's, again,
See,
this is
there
why
dude.
Yeah, this is why you can't
yeah.
do stuff on the fly, really. This is March 4th.
You got to be careful. Yeah, you got to be careful with that stuff because the people would be reposting stuff from other places and times and everything else and claim it's something. So,
How's Tel Aviv still getting bombed? Oh God, yeah. I mean, people that hate just everybody, right? Like that happens to be a JEW or a Muslim. Like you got some issues. Like if you're hating a blanket hatred of all people, you know what I mean? That's just a little bit of an issue.
That's the thing. It's like I have gay friends. I don't hate gay people because they're gay. I don't like the gay people that are LGBTQ that shove it down our throats and then go mess with kids. Okay, that's where I draw the line. So same with everything else. Like we talked about Islam and Muslims, every religion out there. I don't care what you do. Do you? You do you. Just don't mess with me or kids, and you're okay.
And I've sent this,
Smart founders.
I've sent this to Joe before. I'm like, dude, you need to integrate this into your show when you're making fun of like 8-track and calling each other gay and stuff like that. This is one of my favorites. Probably get a copyright from it. Here we go.
What's next for Jeff Spicoli?
I'm headed over to Australian and the Hawaiian Internationals, and me and Mick are gonna wing battle some humongous waves. But just like I told the guy on ABC.
Take the honors this year.
Those guys are fags.
That's fantastic. Let me ask you a question. When you
Matrix and his
guys are fags.
Those guys are fags. So that'd be a good clip to to add up. But yeah, lots of muzzy stuff. So we kind of round that out to get back to here to say, wait, why do they hate us? And again, I don't hate anybody blanket, but if you're a religious fanatic, I don't like you. If you're a respectful person, then I don't have a problem with you. You know what I mean? Like if your whole kind of goal in life is to, kill anything or anybody or, even if it's not Americans, right? Like, but I want to kill all X, A, B, C, D, whatever. You still want to kill, right? So clearly, it's not about, it's about fanaticism as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Like the religious fanaticism, not a good thing. Never is.
100%.
Never was. All right. Oh, excuse me, cough. Excuse me. All right. So I had a couple of different things from the Muzzies that I just showed. The Muzzies, Jake Lang, Mandami, the roundup of the Muslim news, as you see here. And then I wrote in my notes, but wait, there's more. Texas, scary. But I think that might be one of the ones that's in here. Shoot up the bar. Well, no, I don't think this is even this. This is not even the shoot up the bar. Leave this one. Oh yeah, this is not a new incident, but this is worth listening to, guys. This is, and I'd be interested to find out because they're putting out some numbers here of how many mosques are in Texas, right? How many of these things are here? But I'd be interested to know how many, and put this in the chat, guys. Don't search. I'll search for it. I'll search for the information while this video is playing. How many? I'm just gonna put churches in general in Texas. I mean, what would your guess be, dude? I mean, I have,
Let's see.
Takes 12 hours to drive from
wait, hang
west.
on. Pause. You're talking mosques or churches?
Churches. So they're gonna say how many mosques are here. Yeah. So Christian, all other than Muslim, but how many?
10,000. Crazy guess, but 10,000.
I mean, dude, all I know is it takes 12 hours or something like that to drive east to west through it, and I did it in my way to California one time, and so it is a huge state. So let's listen to this. I'll get some information, guys and gals in the chat. Put your guess, and no cheat, no chat GPT, just an honest guess.
Texas is ground zero for the Islamic conquest of America. We are deep into a 1,400-year Islamic immigration conquest pattern, a patient, relentless strategy of settlement, infiltration, and eventual dominance. The Muslim Brotherhood's 1991 explanatory memorandum entered in federal court calls it a, quote, civilization jihadist process to destroy the West from within. That plan has been capturing Texas for over 35 years. We now have over 330 mosques. CARE calls them, quote, our infrastructure. Erdogan calls them, quote, our barracks. At least 650 Islamic nonprofits channeling influence. Dozens of Islamic scholars and banks promoting Sharia compliance finance. More than $4 billion in taxpayer funds routed to Islamic entities since 2017. Our own money fueling our demise.
Dude, I was super shocked to the answer that I got. Let's see what the folks in the chat got to say. Sean Lene says 25,000. Bike Life said 50. Probably going to be a little bit more than 50. Eagle
374.
2,000. Dawn Liu 21,000.
20,000. Yep. 20,000 I see too.
So the Google search gave me, I'll just do it.
What'd you get?
How many? Apparently. Here. Dude, over 30,000.
Holy crap.
Can you imagine that? 30,000 churches.
That's
in
crazy.
one state. That is bananas, dude. 30,000.
Well, if you think about it, though, it does make sense because there's areas like I have here in St. Louis. There's areas where there's seriously a church every single mile down a whole stretch. And if you times that by the entire United States, that'd be crazy. But you're in one state, 30,000.
That's crazy.
How many is there in the United States?
Right?
That's insane.
30,000 there. You gotta have to say. I mean, there's got to be a couple 100,000. Gotta be.
It has to be.
Whoa. 350. I mean, dude, that's a pretty broad spectrum. You're talking 50,000, plus or minus here. It's estimated roughly between 350 and 400,000 churches. Ew. So,
that's crazy.
When you hear there's 300 mosques in Texas, you're like, oh, dude, that's horrible. And then you're like, yeah, but there's 30,000 churches. It's like, maybe it's not so bad, But I mean, still.
Yeah, but 300 mosques, let's just say all those mosques turn radical. That's 350 or whatever mosques. That's a lot of radicals. And the problem is, even with 30,000 churches, how many of those churches are going to go against those radicals and fight them? 0.01% of them, maybe. So it's not like it's an army versus army. So that's one thing, because those churches are mostly full of people that won't do a damn thing, even if they get punched in the face, which is a problem. So
Casey Bowser says, do they have those snake handler Christians? Sure, they got the snake handlers, the snake oil salesmen. I'm sure there are some less than honorable people that are there just to make some money.
And there you go. Everybody in chat saying it. All tax evasion / tax exempt. That's what you're looking at. Bingo, bango, boom. Thank you guys in the chat.
And, what is the trade-off, right? That they report on the people that are there, essentially, to get the tax-free filings. They can give the information of the constituents in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that's a great comment right there. Deadpool Snipes 537 says, and that's a problem. There are too many religious leaders getting rich spreading the word. And then when you got 30,000, even in one state, 30,000 different churches that are, of course, they're never going to have the exact same message, right? But we don't have people that are all on exactly the same page per se. Muslims are building next public schools. I wouldn't doubt it there, Texas Tan Girl.
Oh yeah, they're building everywhere, and they're building their own communities in Texas too. I don't know. I know we've been talking about it because my co-host Amazon lives in Texas, but there's like I think it's near Dallas. It's a whole city. It's like a Muslim city, and they even again, this is apparent. They even got like Sharia law going on there. If you're not Muslim, you're not like allowed in that city. All kinds of stuff's going on. So there's definitely something big going on in Texas. That's like. It's a start of something like Dearborn, but on steroids. So just if you guys don't know about it, definitely look that up. So.
Oh, great. And good another great comment here. Lynn Cuthbert 2307 says, so The British Empire wants a Muslim takeover. Not happening. Trump knows it's the British. July 4th is the proof. And dude, I've asked this a few times during the week here, and what is your I'm not asking you to do any date fagging or anything like that, but it's simple mathematics here. So let me see.
What you got?
Okay, so essentially we got March 8th right now of 2026, and we got essentially what, 2 months? No, excuse me, 3 months. 4 days under 3 months until we have the 4th of July, right?
No, hang on. No, you're wrong. April, May,
4,
June,
5,
July.
6,
4
7.
months. It's just under 4 months. So 3. Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, 4 days under 4 months. Okay, my bad. 4, not 3. So just under 4 months, right? And then when we take a look around at the climate of what's going on, well, we got essentially a war going on over here in Iran, and we got this stuff going down in South America. Ukraine and Russia's not fixed yet. You got the election stuff still not settled, crossfire hurricane stuff. So I say that to say there would need to be a lot of kind of ramping up in the next 4 months to get to a point where I think people would be comfortable enough to enjoy themselves at a party like that, at a 250th party. I don't know if I'm wording that properly, but I feel like there's a lot of work to do in the next short 4 months that is coming. Like, so how are you reading that? Like, are you getting any things for saying like, yeah, I think things are going to start ramping up, or like, what's your best synopsis?
My synopsis never was for July 4th, so it kind of works out. July 4th is just a celebration. Between now and then, yes, I do hope things ramp up and whatnot, and we see more stuff happen on our end, so we can have a more safe and a less thoughts in the back of our head about that. But my thing is, oddly enough, it hits on a delta directly today too. I have 2026, the year pointed out for specific reasons that basically point to 2018 being 2026 in the drops. And oddly enough, again, today, a delta gets hit that says resolved by 11/11. And it does say Iran next in the drop 890. Iran next starts it off, and it says resolved by 11/11. So in the drops, there's 11/11/18. America will be unified again. America will be unified again. 11/11/18. There's 11/11/18 in the drops. Long story short, my own theories with my number stuff I do says 2026 and 2018 kind of represent each other. So when I look at this year, I don't have anything as far as no predictions, but like, how do I feel things will go? I think more towards November 11th rather than July 4th. I'm looking at November 11th this year as my July 4th in my head, hoping things will get done, not done, but to that point that we're looking for about July 4th on the 11th of November. That's how I'm kind of looking at it, because it's just after midterms. Hopefully things will be going on by then. So we shall see.
Interesting. I like that. And I don't know that I ever did I ask you about that earlier? I think I did, about Iran there. Your negotiation with, I'm trying to remember how I wanted to pose that. But so we also, right around this period of time, year 11/11, we're going to be having midterms on what is it the 6th this year? I don't remember what date the midterms are on this year, if it's 3rd to the 6th or whatever. It's coming.
For some reason, I think it's the 3rd. I think no. Last year was the 3rd, right? Here, I'll just type it in. I'm just going to search it real quick because there's no reason for me to wonder when we can type it in. When is midterm election? I'm going to make sure I get the date right. It is on. I am right. November 3rd. It is November 3rd. So 11.3 is the date it's happening. And we know 11.3 Law of War Manual is the thing that typically comes to mind. So yeah, oddly enough, a 6-year delta to the other, November 3rd. So
Interesting. So yeah, and I don't know if this is what I was saying. So if I didn't really make it clear earlier, I may have drifted off into something else. But I'm very much looking at Iran right here, very similar to how I look at North Korea. In that, Khomeini most likely wasn't running the show, just like Kim wasn't running the show, right? And so it's essentially clown operation was in there running this and being the boogeyman and this, that, and the other. And they have a lot of BP or British Petroleum, a lot of that action going back to the early 1900s as well in Iran. So that I find that to be interesting. But to me, it looks like an operation to kick out all of the clowns or the deep state baddies, so to speak, just like they did to North Korea back in, when this post was, 2018?
Yep.
So I'm seeing that.
Now, hang on. Go back to. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Go back to the bottom. You should go back to the bottom of that drop. Because we can read the bottom of that drop a little differently. That was drop 888. No, yeah, 888.
Come on, Mike. 888.
Boom. Head to the bottom of that drop.
888 on the 8th.
So it says, "Thank you, Kim. Deals made. Clowns out. Strings cut. We took control. I ran next." Read it slightly different. "Thank you, Khomeini. Thank you, Khomeini. No deal made, but clowns out. Strings cut. We took control. Cuba next." And we're talking narrative is what we're doing. So because again, next is apparently going to be Cuba, even though we don't telegraph our moves to the enemy, but we will, however, light a fire to flush them out. But for some strange reason, we're seeing Cuba all over the TV, all out of Trump's mouth. It says Iran next. This is today's Delta, everybody. Well, Iran's basically done for, even though we're in the middle of it, according to them. But Cuba is apparently next. So we can just read today's Delta slightly different, and suddenly we can get what's coming next, which, of course, again, that's the narrative. We don't telegraph our moves. So is Cuba really next? I don't believe so. But we'll see it.
Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. So this is interesting. And I want to give you time to do any of the stuff you want to do. And if I get a share for you, if your machine's working good or not, at that point, we can do that as well. But let me see. This is something I think people were asking about too. 34 seconds, so not too bad. Here we go. Wait, actually, folks. Here we go.
Mr. President, did the United States bomb a girls' elementary school in southern Iran on the first day of the war and kill 175 people?
In my opinion, based on what I've seen, that was done by Iran.
Is that true, Mr. Hickson? It was Iran who did that?
We're certainly investigating.
Still investigating.
But the only side that targets civilians is Iran.
We think it was done. We think it was done by Iran. Because they're very inaccurate, as you know, with their munitions. They have no accuracy whatsoever. It was done by Iran.
Mr. President, did the United States bomb a girls' elementary school in southern Iran on the first day?
Sorry about that. Clearing the old throat ski. Any thoughts on this one while I continue to clear my throat?
Me and Omazon were talking about this and amplified messaging, to bringing kids into the mix. All these kids got killed. What's that going to do? It's going to pull on your emotional heartstrings. So again, in the situation where I don't know what's really going on, fog of war, narrative seeding, and emotional pulls on the hearts. Number one, we don't know if it really happened, and number two, it's amplified messaging again. So saying that the school and the little kids got hit, of course, you're going to get people's attention. You're going to get more people pissed off, and then you blame it on Iran, so that way people get more mad. So that's where me and Omazon sat with it. We weren't sure if the school was actually hit truly, so we weren't sure what or who hit it exactly. So it's part of the narrative fog of war. So it's one of those things where, for me personally, because I have no emotions towards everything, I stay focused on the mission. It's in my opinion, what I just said. Now, if it really happened, yeah, of course, it's terrible and tragic, but it could easily be what Trump said: Iran being stupid. And what can we do about it? Not a damn thing. So we move on.
We move it on. All right, so Matrix. as me and you talked about quick, my boy is going to Florida this week with the nice ex-in-laws, because there's two of those. There's the nice side and the evil side, but he's going with the nice one. So I was telling you, I kind of didn't want to do like a 3-hour show, but maybe end roughly around 3 o'clock or whatever today. So I know you did have some stuff you want to show, but do you have an estimate as to how long you think that might take?
I can make it as short as possible, or as long as necessary. I literally just have stuff that brought in because I knew we were having a hard stop. Whatever we needed today, I got it. I got a 10-minute plus video. I have just regular decodes. I have simple stuff. It doesn't much matter to me. Regardless how we do it, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I'll hold this one. I was gonna show.
No, you go. No, seriously,
No.
you go. You
this
go.
is just this is a very roundabout. It ended up being a 5-minute skit, but it's just funny. So this dude ended up his ex-girlfriend cheated on him, and so he gets a phone call from a radio station. They're like, "Hey, is this Russ?" And he's like, no. And they're like, "Oh, okay. I'm getting a hard time thinking that you're not Ross, or at least you told somebody your name is Ross." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Did you go on a date with such and such?" And he's like, he's like, "Whoa, what's that?" He goes, "Oh yeah, that was my ex-girlfriend. She cheated on me, so I made a fake account and I talked with her back and forth, and I had her go meet this guy Ross 2 hours away." And so she ended up going, and then they ended up calling back, and he goes, "Man, you seem like you're proud of yourself." He goes, "Well, I kind of am." And he goes, "I didn't know she was going to emphasize it by calling a radio station. This is great." I was just
my God. Actually, it's funny you listen to that, because my best friend that I go golfing with all the time, he listens to them all the time, and he like every week I'm with him. When we get in the car and we're heading to the disc golf course, he's like, "You got to hear this one. You got to hear who they called this week." I hear those things every single week. They are freaking hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna humbly
they have a whole show about it.
Oh, dude,
go for it.
It's great. I'm just gonna humbly request, because I'm gonna mute out, and moment of silence in the chat for everybody out here, guys. So I'm going to click on this bad boy. It's 1:15, and I will be dead silent. Here we go. Much respect, of course, to any fallen soldiers here. So muting up, and boom. Yep.
Boom.
Never a easy thing to see, of course. And we did have the loss of, much respect to Major Jeffrey R. O'Brien, Captain Cody A. Cork, Sergeant First Class Nicole M. Amor, Chief Warrant Officer 3 Robert M. Marzan, Sergeant First Class Noah L. Tietjens, Sergeant Declan J. Cody. Rest in peace for the fallen heroes.
His name's Declan?
Declan.
If you take that N and make it an S, his name is D-Class, bro. Are you kidding me?
Declan.
D-Class Cody.
Cody D-Class.
What is going on?
Rest in peace, gentlemen. Lady, But also, guys, if you may remember, this friggin' abomination. Let this loop a couple. It's 5 seconds, so I'll let it loop a few times so everybody can gather. Exactly. Just drink it in.
Oh, hey, I wonder what time it is. I'm getting a little tired.
Let's see. Biden attends. What is he at? He's at a concert. Oh wait, dignified transfer service members killed in Kabul. And remember, he couldn't stop and had to sit there and check his watch. I mean, dude, how disrespectful is that?
Well, it's when you're playing a part in a movie and you're wearing a mask that might make you really hot, I'd be checking my watch too. So, good movie. Sure pulls on those heartstrings, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you remember, and I know you remember it, and I'd say it tongue in cheek. Do you remember? But I'm going to ask you specifically about this. Do you remember when Biden came out all of a sudden and he was like super tall at the White House? Was he next to Jill? I think. Wasn't he? I think he was.
Yeah, I think so. That's the one where I think Jim Brewer was in Rogan. I think we're calling that out, and they re-showed it recently. Yes, I'm pretty sure he was near Jill Biden, and he seemed like he was 6'5".
Oh wait, yeah, here we go. Let me see. So let's look at head level. So her head is up to his, we'll say, nose.
Yep.
Oh my word, yeah. And so
they say Joe Biden is like right at 6 foot, maybe 6'1", so just a hair shorter than me. So he's not short, but he's not tall. So
yeah, they say he's 6'1". Well, he's supposed to be 6'1", and Trump, I guess, used to be 6'4", but he's 6'3" now.
No, he's okay. So I actually surprised. I had to do some research, and Biden's apparently 6 or 6'1". Trump is 6'3". JD Vance is apparently 6'4". Really? Elon Musk is 6'4" or 5'2". I didn't realize how tall Elon was till I had to do this research, because as soon as JD Vance walked out, everybody's like, he's supposed to be 5'9", and he's now 6'4". So like, I don't know what the truth is, but apparently he's supposed to be 6'4". Trump's 6'3", and Biden's like 6'1" or 6 foot. So there's your baseline of it.
Yeah, and I mean, she is. Well, first off, she's wearing heels, so you can clearly see that, but she is behind him. So yes, you have to take that into account. But prior, the top of her head was essentially here, right at about his nose. Yeah. I don't know if that, perspective, but, like they're showing here. Let's listen to old Joe for a second. He's nice enough that I don't catch copyrights from.
So here's when he walks out. Look at how long his leg. This guy's a basketball player.
He can
Look
dunk.
how tall he is.
First president can dunk.
I mean, just stop. Pause it right there,
yeah,
please.
Right there.
Pause it. Just the physical frame.
Yep.
When you look at the length of his legs, that's extraordinary. That's
all right. So let's see. No, don't go away.
Q says check JD Vance wedding pics. So his wedding pic shows he's shorter as his wife or something. That's funny.
Oh, really? Let's see.
I'll have to look that up. Oh, you're gonna do it now? Okay. I was just saying, yeah. I was like, that's interesting. Again, it's one of those things where it's like I don't know what's legit or not. All right. Well, there he is, right there. He looks way taller than his wife there.
Ananda Mahendra. How tall is she supposed to be, though?
Well, I would just say, just think of average sized women, somewhere probably 5'2" to 5'5", 5'6", something in that range. And he's almost a foot taller. I mean, that's right around where it is. Let's say she's 5'7". She might be wearing heels. We don't know what she's wearing on her feet. That's the other thing, too. So, again, I don't know. I truly don't know. I just know that they say he's 6'4", and when he's next to Trump, he's about an inch taller than Trump. But there are days where Trump's a little shorter. He's a little taller looking, so whatever. But I don't know the truth behind it. I don't know if it's JD Vance. I don't know if it's Paul Walker from the freaking Fast and the Furious movies. I know, everybody. Just, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, we're probably never going to find out. It's not going to be like, if that is Paul Walker, he's not going to just pull the mask off and be like, hey guys, it's back at Fast and the Furious. We're back, bro. Right. Not going to happen. So,
right. What'd you think of this? March 7th. So yesterday, January 6th plaque installed at the U.S. Capitol following years-long delay. And I
really? I didn't hear about
this. If you notice, too, it says, on behalf of a grateful Congress, This plaque honors the extraordinary individuals who bravely protected and defended this symbol of democracy on January 6, 2021. Their heroism will never be forgotten. It's weird, bro. This plaque is weird because there's no names on it, right? Like you say, oh, Officer Fanone or whatever you want to say. Like, we'll give this guy props and we'll give this person props. But no, we got Virginia State Police, Prince William County, Virginia Police Department, Maryland Police Department, New Jersey State Police, because they said all these people started heading down. United States Secret Service, United States Park Police, Marshal Service, Department of Defense, FBI, Homeland Security, Health and Human Services, ATF.
Oh, I see what they're doing.
Right, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. So, what are you thinking of the people that are credited here, or the organizations that are credited here?
Well, it seems to me like what they're doing is they're crediting the entire operation, and what I mean by that is the movie we saw on January 6th. Like those guys that went inside the Capitol, that was inside of an entire booth that was a big, what is it called? No. I'm talking about the fake stuff. They were in a green screen room that looked like the Capitol, but it wasn't the Capitol, bro. The guys with the long hair, like the guys look like Gothic people or whatever, that was with the QAnon shaman. There are straight up videos and pictures of them inside of a studio, a full 360-degree studio to look like the Capitol, where they took most of those shots that they did. When all that happened, we were all over that stuff. And so when I look at January 6th, how I read this, because of it being a movie and that was placed out for us, what are they doing? Are they giving credits to everybody that was involved in making sure J6 got done the way it was supposed to be? The insurrection, right? It was a bunch of crap. So I think this is just giving credit to those that helped put J6 together. Because I saw it as a movie. It was another turning point for us, truly. Because what happened, 14 days later? The Capitol was surrounded by fences and Joe Biden was going into office. Come on, man.
Dude, yeah. And then it got wild. It got even more wild after that with some crazy stuff. And do you remember, and I was just looking for it while you were talking, I was looking for the video that people will remember. It was like the rotunda where people were coming down the steps, and you had a few guys in like leather jackets, but they were completely covered head to toe. Like you didn't see any skin on these guys whatsoever. You had beanies, you had glasses, you had hoodies, you had thick leather jackets, and it looked like one of them had something in their pouch. And the quote, if you guys may remember, it might spark your memory. They were like, basically people were yelling at them. They were like, "No, we're not here to be Antifa." And then they walked through the crowd. And that's the people that they believe went into like Pelosi's office and actually took the laptop, because if you remember, a little remembered fact that some folks who maybe came in after Joe Biden's time may not remember, but that Nancy Pelosi's office is not her office, so to speak. So once you say walk down the hall here in Senate or Congress, whatever, and you see, oh, Speaker Pelosi's office right here. Well, guess what? She's not in there. She was always using this other office on the side that was never labeled. It was like I don't know, for whatever reason. But these people knew exactly where it was, and they were like, how the hell did they even know that? Well, who are we dealing with here? We dealing with the good guys that knew right where to go with that stuff? You remember that video, Matrix?
Slightly. Not like detailed like you do. Yeah, but I do. Slightly.
I remember them saying, we're not here to be Antifa. And I remember that, and it looked for certain they definitely had stuff underneath their clothes. Let's see.
Now they took her laptop and all that stuff, really, or her computer, whatever they took from her office, right?
Yes.
On J6.
Yeah. Remember later they had that story of the girl who was trying to sell the laptop to one of her friends in Russia that was going to get it to Putin. It's like, come on, dude.
Come on, man. That was implanted crap. And by the way, though, didn't we also see the people that went in there that was covered? They also, their patches had the Punisher symbol, didn't they? They had some form of thing that was like a Q-related emblem on the people that went in there. I'm almost 100% positive on that.
It's
they had
possible.
Something. I think it was a Punisher symbol, maybe.
It's possible. I'm just scrolling trying to look because that is such a good clip because people started screaming at him like, "Oh, get him!" And they're like, "No, no, no, we're not here to be Antifa." And it's like, "Oh, like that's weird." Antifa was never shown in the January 6th setup. And
no, it's not. It's not J6. That the J6 they didn't show Antifa. It was the relationship to Antifa.
Yeah,
they tried blaming it on MAGA people, but it was the opposite. Again. They look what the news did. Oh, Trump said to go down there and do this and that. They had to clip something that was like 40 minutes apart to make the words come together. The whole thing is a sham, is what it is. The whole thing was a lie. And of course, there were people that were there that saw everything going down. But what all did really did happen? Because again, going back, I truly got to see a full green screen with those people that were in the Capitol.
Oh yeah, and did you see this dude? Apparently, I don't know if he got his arm broke during this thing.
Yeah, his wrist or hand got broke. He got caught in that door. I happened to come across this when they dropped it 2 days ago or whatever. See where the doors open?
Yeah, his hand.
Yeah, see where the doors open? Yeah. He was like holding himself there, but when they opened, right there, his hand's actually getting crushed.
Yeah, and that dude's like, "Yeah, let me yank this bone out of here." Snap, snap, snap. Dude, they got him in the air. But what they're saying about him is he's a member of the Free Palestine movement, that they're not hateful, and he has Palestinian family. Reminds me of when they championed that Antifa leftist freak who set himself on fire to free Palestine. I mean, dude. Like,
just wow.
Why is it always a Trump supporter, right? It's always a Trump supporter. Then when we look into it, we're like, oh wait, why does this dude have like pink hair and 17 nose rings and this, that, and the other? All right, so Matrix, take your time. Like I said, my son's still out with they're doing some pre-trip setups and they're leaving tomorrow. So we got plenty of time for you to do anything that you want to the show. You don't have to do it the quick way or whatever. But as long as you got a good 20 minutes, half hour at least. So if you want to do that route, I'm in no immediate rush at the moment.
Oh, okay, that's totally fine. Totally fine. So give me 1 second here. Let me pull up, because it was actually a perfect lead in whenever you showed the minute of silence.
Oh yes.
Because I took the time this morning to actually go through and watch the entire damn thing to find where this glitch happened during it. So
was it a glitch in the Matrix?
Oh, it was. It sure was.
Like a woman in red.
Let's see. Yeah, well, actually no color at all, to tell you the truth. That's what's crazy. All right, so let me get the first thing I'm gonna do is pull up the glitch decode I did just this is a little over a month ago now, but it's gonna be the reference point for us. Let's see here. Let me get everything set. Get my chats back up. There we go.
Did you see?
All right,
did you see we had a fan club the other day on your decode that you put a Loretta Lynch? We got some love on there from some OGs, dude. They said that we're all a bunch of losers. I was like, wait, dude, are we in high school? What the hell's going on, bro?
Oh, I heard about that. And it was hard reading the name of the person. It was Pedophile. Was that his name?
Sounded like it. It's definitely read.
I think so.
Pedophile. And actually,
like
as it was to happen, did you know there's actually another dude? I think within this last 2 weeks, who actually got arrested for that stuff, and it's actually the same last name. I don't know that they're related, but
no.
Maybe I'll show you because I'm childish and immature. Deep in the root of my heart, I'm vindictive and childish. So sometimes I just can't let stuff lie, dude. I can't sometimes. Sometimes.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. No, it's not a problem.
But the floor is yours, sir. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're all good. All right, so going back to this, I know I've shown this multiple times, but what happened yesterday caught my attention, and we'll get to that in a second. But just to go back real quick, there's one drop in the drops that have the word glitch in it. And I'm looking at it right here. It's drop 1563. It doesn't have anything to do with an actual glitch like we're about to see, but there's only one drop with glitch. The glitch word is in the drop twice, drop number 1563. So going back January 27th, I'm going to show you this here. Here's number one. This happened on Fox News on the Faulkner Focus. Somebody clicked the wrong button apparently, and we had a side by side show up. And when this happened, I just utilized my timestamp here of when it happened, 11:52. It went to drop 11:52, and to see what it told me. And of course, again, we have a side by side graphic. And what does 11:52 tell us? But it tells us side by side graphic.
I remember that one.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's stuff like that that tells me they're not doing it on accident. They're doing it on purpose. And then the other piece to make sure people understand is, what do we use to find the right drop? We use the time stamp. And drop number matches the time stamp. And the second line down next to side by side is original timestamp. So stuff like this gets me and shows me the stuff's done on purpose. And then that exact same day that this happened, we had during the Trump thing in Clive, Iowa, this happened, which is another glitch. We had like the emergency alert system type thing pop up with the colors. And once again, just to show people the timestamp, if you convert that to Eastern time, you get 5:37, make it military is 17:37. Drop 17:37, all it says is device test. So twice in one day. And it happened to be to where we had two different things hit dead on the head. And to top it off, the date of this one here is July 27th is the drop, and the date this all happened was January 27th. Both are J27s. So there's the lead into why I believe this is so important. So there's the prequel to it. And now here's a different, by the way, feed that I caught this off of. So this is what we're about to see. What we did just see is the funeral procession going by Trump, Vance, and all the people. And this came from one of the feeds off the internet. I think it was Fox Live, maybe, but it didn't have any kind of wording on it. And as it went by, it had a glitch. And as it went further and further and further to where the picture started to slowly come back. As you can see here, you can see the people's outlines and whatnot. It's freaky looking. You see Trump standing right there. Yeah, right?
Almost like a
and then
filter.
And then it comes back. So I saw this. So how this happened for me is I'm sitting here I have my computer here in front of me. To my right, up above is my TV, and I have Fox News going. Well, I look up and I see this procession going on, and I saw the glitch live. And I'm like, what? Well, problem is that's on my TV. It's not on my PC. My PC doesn't have my regular Fox News. I can't go grab what I just saw. So I had to go online, find the live feed, go back to where I just saw it, and see if they had it too. And they did. This is it. So the glitch is real because it's not just on Fox News. It was also on the internet on a separate feed that I was seeing. It's all run through the same feed. So that's the one I caught. And here's the one I spent this morning looking for so I could prove it to everybody that it actually happened the way I said it did, which is this right here. I actually went back to what I was seeing.
He looks a lot taller than Trump there, huh?
Well, no, Trump's hat is white. His hat goes up to about here.
Okay.
So his head's about here. So he's like, again, it's how you look at it. Whether and everybody has shoes on. How big are his shoes compared to his? Is he only an inch taller than him? Well, how tall is Trump's shoes? I don't know. I'm tired of arguing about it, honestly. Is that Paul Walker? I don't know, everybody.
I don't know how tall he was. And just one thing I want to note before you continue is that, well, look, we got President Trump, the first lady, the vice president, the second lady, Susie Wiles behind her. We got Pam Bondi behind them. So, like, a total show of respect. And, you know, in the opposite, you got Biden over there with his wife. Like, all right, we got the dinners ready in, like, what, 15 minutes? We got to get out of here. Just total night and day situation.
This guy right here, though, that's behind Melania, he's a little weird too. He almost acts like Biden in a way. He's goofy, but that's not the point. This is exactly before it happens, by the way. By the way, I want you to look at the bottom left-hand corner. Look at the timestamp this happens at. On the screen is 3:33, but it's going to be, of course, Eastern 4:33 is going to be the timestamp. I have not checked the timestamp. I literally found this morning, set up to this point, and stopped. So I haven't gone any further with this. So here's what I saw. Again, I caught the screenshots. I went back online, but here it is on Fox News. This is what I saw on the TV while it was going on live. There's no sound anyway, so it doesn't really need sound.
It never gets any
they do talk. We'll just do this. And we'll just let it play because it's going to be right here. You're going to see it show up. There it is. That fast. Already gone. But see, that's the thing is that's one. It happens, I think, 3 times total. Because here's the thing. Let me re-show you my picture, because what we did not see in this one is the guys walking by. That's the other thing. That's multiple different ones. When the guys are walking by, it happens 2 different times, and then the time we just saw right here as well. So this is one, and then we just saw a separate one. Go back. And how quick it was, too. I might have even gone too far. Let's find out. Oh, I did go too far. Huh? One more time. It's real quick. It fades out and comes back in.
Now, is that you scrubbing it, or is the video glitchy like that?
That's the video. I'm not doing anything.
That's weird. So, yeah, some people maybe not noticing it because they don't, edit videos maybe as much as we do. But
there we go.
Anytime you see a shift like that where they all kind of just click over a little bit.
Here it comes.
It's a cut.
There it is.
Right there. See that? Freeze, cut.
Yep.
Weird.
There was. Yeah, I had to go and I had to put it in 0.25 speed so I could make sure I caught all those pics I did.
And then
there we go. Caught it.
And then the whole thing's all and dude, the whole thing is glitchy. To your point about the post, it's glitchy because as you see it go, you see them all kind of sitting in one area, and then you see that the video catches up or unglitches, and then they all kind of. The best way I could describe it to everybody is watch the people, and then you'll see everybody kind of just ever so slightly move, just slightly, all at the same time, and that's a glitch. That's very weird. It's like, why are you seeing this all over mainstream news with the technology they have nowadays?
Thank you. And again, what have we been getting lately is glitches that are showing us the certain colors, which goes to the emergency alert stuff like these. What do we have for the Super Bowl? Super Bowl stuff that we talked about. They had the same thing. They had these colors. Just the other night in Iran, there was a very specific area they were showing. What did they show? They showed an area that had these trees lit up in these same colors. Like, that's what I'm saying. So, and it keeps on happening over and over and over. And of course, this one here didn't exactly get the colors in, but all right, I can't do it fast enough because it comes back too fast. But either way, it's like that happened there. So what are we seeing?
You see that everybody on the screen, if you maybe watch everybody kind of leans to the right. You'll see it kind of everybody freezes and then boop right there. Yeah, so you guys can see the glitches that are in there. So it's not just like it's not like the thing just went weird and the screen glitched out or whatever. It's like the whole video of everything is glitchy too.
Yes, exactly. And of course, there's going to be the people out there who go, "Oh my God, the camera messed up a little bit. You guys are freaking out over nothing." Well, that's exactly why I showed you guys this to start with, to show you it's not done on accident. So yeah. And anyways, that's the only spot I have that I know for sure 100% where I have it at, because this is a 11-minute video, and it took me 10 minutes of scrubbing this thing just to find that one piece that I just found. But so again, and that's not the piece that I was looking for, because the one I'm looking for is this. It all happens as they walk by. You see it happen here. You see it going away, and it's only choppy, too. It doesn't, like, go down the screen. It just shows up, goes away, shows up, and then the bottom part we just saw happens.
Interesting.
Yes.
Glitchy.
Yep. So, again, what to take out of it, I don't know, other than the glitches we've been getting have seemed to have referenced emergency alert or broadcast system type stuff. Where does that take us? I don't know. Yes, possibly. Exactly. Let's see here. Then, so that's that one. Off this.
Glitchy. And just total, like I said, night and day respect for the solemn faces here and people not just like, all right, let's get on with this thing. It's so disrespectful. So disrespectful.
And I got 1, 2, see, this happened, that happened. We were together on, last was the 1st. Okay, yeah. Also, both of these next two are right after that. We were together Sunday, so this next one up here I'm bringing over is going to be from Monday. No more video needed here. All right, so I'm going to zoom in really quick on it so you guys can see it. So here's what I have here. So as we were watching Fox, this is going to be Monday evening. So what we're going to be getting is just how I work with our Fox stuff for the week. When I see stuff on the screen, just putting things together to show people that the drops have relationship to what we're seeing, what we're doing, and what I personally do all the time, which is in Amazon, to connect Fox News to the Q drops, and that it's done on purpose. So right here again, 3-2. So March 2nd on Monday. On the screen, you see, of course, our fighter jet. There is a number on the fighter jet. I didn't bring that into this decode, but I could use that too. You have the war going on, and on the screen, you see CENTCOM says U.S. struck over 1,250 targets in Iran. And just the simplest thing to do is I see a number, 1,250. Typing in 1250, I want to see if I'm going to see Iran in that drop. So if it does, I think that's kind of a hit. So let's just see what drop 1250 happens to tell us. April 23rd, 2018. Oh, first line. Red Cross Iran, bro. Wow. So interestingly enough, that hits right on the head. So you have Red Cross Iran, Red Cross Pakistan, Red Cross North Korea, Red Cross ... Define smuggle. What is smuggled? What funds are used to pay for the goods? These people are sick, relevant to events about to unfold. Follow the executive orders. Q. Then it goes down into when was UBL killed in Pakistan? It gives you dates. Follow the timeline. Works its way down. Follow the timeline. Second state. Who was protected? A cut off in 2010. Coincidence. What happened in 2011? Define exchange. Sick yet? Q. So it's got a bunch to it, but the main piece to it is the fact that it hit dead on the head. First line with Iran. So very, yeah.
And just really quick, dude, if you want to just scroll down a very little bit to the last part of the top here, right there, relevant with the events about to unfold. So when you go back to when this post was actually dropped, this is kind of what I like to do is go, all right, well, let's think back in 2018. Were we about to do anything with Iran? You know, we were obviously been talking about Iran for a long time, but like you said, a lot of these 18 posts seem to be coming into deltas now. And it makes more sense now than it did back then, about to unfold in North Korea, Iran and Pakistan and Awan. And for those who may forgotten, early on, there was the guy Imran Awan, who was with Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And he was like the IT guy in Congress, and he was essentially spying on everybody. And then he left his laptop in the Capitol somewhere. And then Debbie Wasserman Schultz had a screaming match with the chief of police about, oh, I need that laptop back. And well, he's like, yeah, this is, a little bit different situation here. And so Imran Awan went to court back then, and then he ended up getting, I think, found guilty of like bank fraud. And back then the drops told us like, this is something for the future. Bank fraud is, just something for now. And we'll be revisiting that later. So again, this stuff relevant for things about to unfold. Well, it didn't in 2018. And similarly, in 2018 and 19, we had post and 20 like, oh, sorry, it had to be this way. And it's like, well, there was nothing like to be sorry about back then, right? But it makes more sense now. So just kind of like to show that like kind of, then versus now scenarios having to do with the drops. Because look at the surrounding, information and things that were going on along 2018. And to me, it just doesn't add up to like, oh, wait, it's about to unfold. Well, it didn't. Oh, it had to be this way. Wait, why are you apologizing? We were killing it back then. We were, getting all the information out to everybody, and it's like, sorry, it had to be this way. It's like, wait, what? That don't make sense then, but does now.
Yep, exactly. All right, so that was, what did I say? It was Monday? Yep, so this next one's actually also on Monday. Monday, they hit us pretty hard. Yeah. This is ridiculous.
See how many this guy can get.
Dude, this is nuts. This one here is one of my favorite ones for the week. It didn't go anywhere on X. People didn't seem to care for it all that much, but I find this one fascinating. So as you see, we're on Greg Gutfeld here, Monday night, and on the screen in the background that always gives us comms, we have U.S. and Israel strike Iran. Typically, I would take the word strike and run with it, but in this situation, I didn't need to do that. This one here did everything pretty much for me, amazingly enough. So where I went with this one is Israel will kind of be the mainstay for this one here, and the point for this one is going to be the timestamp. So the way I catch this stuff for everybody so everybody understands it doesn't see me do this live on air. We have the situation on Gutfeld where they pan out to where they show all of the guests, including Gutfeld, and on the screen behind him back here, they have stuff on it. When they pan out, they only pan out for like maybe 3 seconds or so, and the odds of me catching them doing that with a timestamp is like 1 out of every 3 or 4 times they do it or so. So catching this one exactly when I did is just downright astonishing. So what do we have here? Is U.S. and Israel strike Iran, and the timestamp in which they did it is the key. We have it at 9:16, and yes, it says Central Time. We're not going to do any kind of messing with the time because this is the exact time I caught it, and it was the only time I could have caught it because that's when it went by. So what we're going to do is look at drop 9:16 just to see what it happens to say, and we're not going to go through the entire drop. We're just going to go to the bottom of it because that is what matters. Drop number 916, which will be a delta in 2 days, March 10th, 2018. Go to the bottom of the drop, and what do we find? We have A1. Is Israel involved? We are saving Israel for last. Very specific reason, not mentioned a single time. And where did this come from? Of course, Israel being involved with the strikes on Iran. And the final piece to this, and I'll get what you think about this, is the timestamp in which I caught it is what I find so special. Do you see anything about me, what I have circled there, that looks a little odd?
Well, you cut out the S and the T, so 916C and then ARC, A-R-K.
Ah, bingo. What is with the ARC being directly below 916, the timestamp that says Israel for last, while it has Israel on the screen, bro? Israel's involved, and the timestamp tells you Israel's for last, and the digits below the time says ARC, which Trump has a quote-unquote replica of at Mar-a-Lago.
The ARC, is it, right? Is it the replica? Interesting.
So that happened on Monday as well. I'm sorry, no, that was Tuesday.
Israel for last. And did you see Brian Cates had a pretty interesting write-up about the Israel for last thing?
No.
So maybe I can find it in there. But I'll let you continue on, but that's crazy, dude. I'll pull it up so we have it for later for now.
No, that's fine. I only have, as far as a lineup goes, I have one last thing, and it's something that you were personally a part of on Thursday.
Yay.
Yes. Last thing, and of course, for those of you that have seen this or were there for it live, I'm sorry, we're going to see it again. And the reason I decided to go with this for today to finish off my stuff is because this decode was brought here to this show with you specifically in pieces. And we got to see it literally turn into the beast that it did. So for those that might not have seen it, hopefully there are some of you out there that have not, but I've marked this my Take the L decode.
Love it.
So yes, this is what I got to present on Rambo and Friends show. What was the round table on Thursday? I went ahead and clipped it. It is right at about 11 minutes long for the total, but this makes my life easier. I got everything in one shot for everybody. 17 pictures and one video clip. Yes, 17 pictures is the exact amount it took to knock this out. So I give you Take the L, the decode. Set this up. Share my screen. Now, here's the thing. I do have a clip that I will be playing inside of this. So if I'm going to be sharing sounds, that means it might echo. I'm not sure, but here we go. Gotcha. So to give you guys a little background on this, Spaceshot is privy to all this because he got to see this come together. This happened over roughly a 2-week period. All of this came together. Okay. Now, where we're going with this is going to link to kind of what we're talking about with the Clintons and whatnot. We see them, of course, doing their deposition now. So this here was on the 11th of February. This is what started this all off. Now, does anybody see anything wrong with this picture we see right here? I'll make it quick and simple, though. They've misspelled something.
Capital Hillary.
Yeah, Capitol Hill. So this is a misspelling right inside of their own stuff. Okay.
Come on.
So that right there starts this whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over the actual decode that goes with it, and that's going to be the beginning piece of it. This is where it all starts. So the big thing to know is they're missing an L. So it should have 2 L's, but it only has 1. I think of Hillary when I see that as well. Just going to throw that little piece out there. With that said, let's hop into what happened. All right. So here is your missing Capitol Hill. Now, it just so happened while watching this, they fixed it literally within 1 minute. Here it is right here. 1 minute later, they had it fixed. They had the 2 L's back in it. So what I did with this is I decided to go with, since they're missing an L, I decided to take the L, put it in kill brackets to see how many drops there were. What happens to be that there are 2 drops containing the L in the kill brackets.
D-class.
There you go. That's going to be.
I know that one.
So again, though, so what we're missing here is the L, right? So it should have 2, but it only has 1. I see this. I think of Hillary, and your 2 L's that are missing, though, happens to be again in 2 drops with the kill brackets. Well, what's 2 L's equal? LL. I think of somebody's name. I think of Loretta Lynch.
Loretta Lynch.
Just keep that in mind. So let's look at this decode just so you guys can see where the 2 L's go. There's your 1. Let the D class begin. That's where the first one rides. Second one goes to the Lord de Rothschild. It's the L and calls, and the D and the R go together. So that's just the piece of this. This is its own little decode I put together. And from here, it got crazy. So this is the very, very beginning of it, starting with the missing L. Let's move on. This would be the very next day. So the last one was on the 11th. This is on the 12th. I got something pointed out to me that I couldn't resist. There's a number on our screen. We see the surge sweep here. We have 3,364 missing kids. And it does.
No, that's 16.
16. Okay.
So 3,364. Then they decided to show us again. And then they decided to show us again. And they decided to show us again. And then they decided to show us again. So I'm like, all right, well, this is really important. I got to figure out what this is. So I go to drop 3364 to find out what it is. Drop 3364 is July 8th, 2019. Get the Punisher symbol. Now, remember where this all started. We have the missing L's, 2 L's. And Hillary's the name I thought of, and you also have the 2 L's to go with Loretta Lynch. So there's the missing L and the L theory I have. They give us all these numbers the very next day, and where does it take us? What happens when Loretta Lynch can no longer provide legal cover for the Clintons? Tarmac meeting. End. All right, mind you, everybody, the night before, when after Rambo asked me to come on the round table, I let him know I was going to make him jump out of his chair today. And guess what? You guys just saw it. I made it work. Let's go. So there's another piece to this, though, that's going to blow your mind even more. So this is drop 3364. They took us to this. But 3365 happens to be an add-on. So we got to go to the add-on as well to see where this is going to go. So let's drop 3365 to see what it brings us. We have the same thing in 3365. What happens when Loretta Lynch can no longer provide legal cover? So we have the same words, but where else does it take us? A picture. Bottom it says pain. I'll leave it at that. But the picture is going to be the important part. In this picture, you're going to see an electrical line that runs across this picture. So I'm going to go to the next one. We'll get a little closer. You can see that line running across here. Let's go a little closer. And you'll notice underneath this line happens to be a couple letters on each side. The first side has WH, which I consider to be white hats. The other side of this line, it just so happens to be the letters LL for Loretta Lynch. So I'm blown away by this now. I'm like, there's no way this is possible. So let's see. Let me look at my things. What's the next picture? I make sure I do this right.
He suffers from autism. I don't suffer. I just have it.
All right. So now I know the next piece is. So with that said, now I brought the L, missing L. You have Hillary. LL is your Loretta Lynch. You have your LL below this line that goes with the drop that talks about all of them. So next up, I'm going to bring up a piece just for a little reminder. What did the Clintons promise Loretta Lynch?
AG.
It would be a Supreme Court seat.
Oh, Supreme Court. Oh, that's right.
Supreme Court seat. Okay, so that's your reminder. So here's what happened the next day on the 13th. They gave us 3 gas prices here. So as I do, we have regular at 2169. So I'm looking at these as drop numbers. And let me just say, I'm only going to show you one. All 3 do matter, but I'm just going to go with this. We have regular, extra, and supreme. Now, a reminder, what was she offered? What was Loretta Lynch offered? A Supreme Court seat. Now, what do we see on the screen? This is the price for Supreme plus gas. What's the price for Supreme plus gas? It's 3119. So let's take a look at drop 3119 just to see where it happens to lead us. Oh, that's right. That's Loretta Lynch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my freaking God, dude. What is wrong with you?
I don't suffer. I just have it.
I just have it.
Okay, so there you go. There's your first piece of it. We're at the first half marker. You have Loretta Lynch. She is the Supreme gasoline court seat that was promised. No joke. And of course, as you go back, you see Loretta Lynch was promised. You have your Loretta Lynch below the line. Have your Loretta Lynch with the Clintons at the tarmac meeting that they promised her. And where'd that number come from? 3364, which they gave us many, many, many times. Okay? That's where we're starting. Let's go forward.
Dude, have you ever seen a doctor?
Yes, they call me retarded. It's okay. So here's my thing, though. So what they're doing is this is all well before the Clintons went in front for the deposition. This is a couple weeks ago. So here's something else that happened is as the Clinton deposition actually came to, I noticed something interesting on Fox News that somebody was wearing. You'll notice it probably right away. We have Bill Clinton sitting to your left, but to your right, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but we have a lady sitting here wearing a weird blue outfit that looks really, really familiar to me for some strange reason. And yeah, as we move forward, we're going to see that Hillary is wearing just about the same damn thing. I find interesting. So she's wearing the same thing, almost as though they were telling us what was coming. And then, of course, what is Hillary wearing? See that blue dress right there. Inside the same drop is the promise, is there she is in the exact same outfit next to Loretta Lynch. Literally. So with that, next piece, that's actually one of the last pieces. The other thing I want to bring up right now is to show you the rest of this drop. Do you guys understand where this came from? It all came from right here, your Supreme Court seat, working your way down, and there she is right here. Yeah, and look at the difference in her face. If you want to, be honest, like look at that compared to that. That does not look in any way, shape, or form to me like the same damn person. But of course, you guys can argue with what you want on about it. But regardless, so now the last piece of this, very, very last piece, we got to go back to the beginning. We got to bring this all full circle. We were missing the L to begin with, right? So somebody took the L away from us, right? And the other piece of that is it landed us on Loretta Lynch. So to finish this off, about a week after all the stuff you just saw basically together, this happened. We have Jessica Tarlov on the 5. I'm going to let you hear the very beginning thing because you bring up what I just said, taking the L, and then I'll go to the end and you'll hear what she says about a minute later. Check this out.
Can you at least let us finish?
No, I think that you should end early.
Okay.
Take the L.
All right. So take the L is the start. Now, how do we start this whole thing? Somebody took the L away. Now, to finish this off, let's move forward to what she says here in just a minute. Check it out.
DOJ.
Uh-oh.
Is supposed to be impartial. And remember, you were so upset about when Bill Clinton ran into Loretta Lynch or anything that.
What the
boom? So what had just happened? She took the L and then gave us Loretta frickin' Lynch.
And D-class.
And your D class, and I'm showing this on D class. There's a reason why I brought this to D class directly, was because it literally had D class in it. Start us off with. Boom. There you go. There's your show. There it is. Boom. And I said D class. It was round table, but I meant, yeah, you guys, their show's D class. Yeah. Like, but yeah, there you guys go. There's the whole thing in its entirety. We spent like the last couple weeks getting pieces of it put together. Well, there is all of it all at once for you guys.
Isn't that crazy, dude?
It started off as just like a few, it started, one day, the next day, then like a week later, Jessica jumps in. It took a while to come together, but I'll tell you what. And there's pieces of that I didn't even show, which you just texted me one of them. So one of the gas prices, the first gas price.
Let me pull that one.
So the first gas price, everybody, tells the story of everything I actually did in that decode, but I wanted to keep it concise, so I didn't bring it to the actual decode. But while I was showing that, Spaceshot texted me, he goes, dude, the other price is this. I'm like, yeah, I know. I forgot I didn't bring it to the show. So the first gas price, the regular, is $21.69, and the drop just says military planning at its finest. And of course, if you were at my show whenever that came down with the gas prices, we looked at all three gas prices. I went nuts over this one too, but for Joe's show, I just brought the main one in. But yes, military planning at its finest gave you everything in that decode right there.
That bananas. And I sent this I had to look it up, and I didn't know how else to do it, so the only thing I could do was control at that point. What is it? 2606. So Q was asked early on, like, I think it's in here maybe as well. Q&A. How do you know the future? And I always remember as a one-word response. Control. Right? And so I liken that to say to people, we know about the John McStain 30 days, right? Back in the news, exactly 30. Hands up. Same thing. That Stormy, I think maybe either you or Stormy had showed me that the same thing happened with Pope Francis. Hands up, 30 days later, he was gone too. So, you go back until, I don't remember when, I think it was 2018, early 2018 and 19 or whatever, when John McStain all of a sudden had like brain cancer, but then he broke his ankle or sprained his ankle, and then he had a walking boot on one ankle, and then a week later he didn't have a boot on the same ankle that was sprained the previous week, but yet the boot was on the other leg. And I'm like, well, yes. Wait, if you originally hurt your left leg and you sprained it, and then you favored the other one, and then maybe you hurt your right leg, I mean, wouldn't you start doing like a wheelchair at that point, or crutches or whatever? But no, he went from boot to boot, and then he was gone. And so people think you had that kind of control and power to remove a sitting senator off of essentially the playing field back then, and then, oh, whoops, they lost the power, and then we're trying to fight for it back now. That's some people's belief, is that that's how it really went down.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. You don't believe that over the time. And actually, dude, I reposted this the other day, and it wasn't just. This was actually, I think, a very good. And I don't know how much of you looked into these people or this group or not, Entheos group, dude. But if you look at this account, they used to be on Twitter here. I don't think they're here anymore. Locked up.
Entheos.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, they have said so many things ahead of time and like on point, but in a coded way as well. So they are connected, in my opinion, some way to President Trump and maybe Elon as well. They call Elon Oak Tree, I think. And so this is a very good post, and I reposted this the other day because I think it's worth hearing again. I said a wise account once said this, and this was their post. Gear up mentally for the ping pong match ahead. Swinging back and forth. Negative developments, positive breakthroughs. Negative developments, positive breakthroughs. Expect a stretch where discouraging updates hit consecutively. The typical, usual voices will chime in, declaring it's the end. Remember our mantra. Emotions don't dictate our path. Very important. Stay steadfast. Things won't spiral out of control. Keep steady. We have all of the momentum on our side. We have the wind at our backs, and we have a cause that is just. You are a part of history. So remember that. And it's gonna be like that, right? You're gonna have these. Oh no, it looks like he's. Oh no, he's doing this because. Oh no, and we have a lot of those. Oh no, folks out there, right, dude? Like a lot of them. And actually, I was gonna.
Entheos is on True Social still too.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm just happy to see that at least one other fine individual out there is posting out my sentiments, dude. And Brian Cates, this guy has been doing everything he can to steer the Trump base wrong for several years now. He's just getting more desperate and overt about this as events overtake him and his network. Actor James Woods agrees with Nick Fuentes that it's time to leave the GOP party after Senator Thune killed the Popular Save Act. House Republicans joined Dems to suppress the details of an 18 million taxpayer slush fund used to hide sexual harassment claims. Blah 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 blah. I mean, I don't need to pull up the mashup that I have, right? Of I'm a better man than Donald Trump. Alex Emmerich Jones is a better man than Donald Trump. Well, when it came down to it, looks like Trump just rolled over for them. I'll tell you, I don't hate his guts, but I'll tell you, if he ever calls me, I'll tell him I don't want to ever talk to you again. Sick of him. I just wish I never met him, right? And then this is the guy who is rah, rah, rah. Everybody goes and follows. And what really ticks me off is when I see this, like, hey, Steve will do it. Dude's got like 1 million followers or close to. Fine. Alex Jones, you look up here, is like, oh, 200,000 people watching him on one stream and like 30,000 people watching him on another stream. And I'm like, ugh. He is a good, useful idiot for waking some people up for that, for that cursory dip into the pool. Because remember, the disinformation actors, they cannot give you crappy information, right? Like if me and Matrix were sitting here and going, "Oh, the sky is a beautiful shade of jet black today. It's gorgeous out there." We're just constantly giving you incorrect stuff. You're not going to come back. So people like this need to give you, oh, well, how do you know about the frogs ahead of time? And how do he gave you this? And yeah, he broke a lot of stuff early on, but then you wonder, where did he get all his information from? So I think he's a necessary evil as well. And I don't fault people that do watch him, because like you said, there is a lot of truth in what he says, but you just have to be careful to when he starts getting into where he is now, to like, oh, I don't know about Trump. Maybe it's time to start doing something else. Those are the people that you need to worry about, pulling you off of the football field, so to speak. So, any comments you want to make on that or anything else at all?
I don't follow him anymore the way I used to. I watched the living hell out of him growing up and through all the stuff we've been through, but lately I don't listen to him. My thoughts on him is like you say, he's like a useful idiot. He's if you take everything he says with a grain of salt and do a 40,000 foot view with everything he says, then you can get decent info out of him and you can have fun watching him. But if you watch him with everything he says is just for what it's worth, then you're just going to be lost and he's not worth following. So I don't suggest anybody watch him technically, but if you know how to watch him, he's fun to watch. I'll say that. I can watch him and not get pissed off. Let me just say that. Other when he talks shit on Trump, but it's kayfabe to me. So that's kind of how I read him. I read him as kayfabe. I don't know whether he's truly a good guy or bad guy. He's claimed to be the Mossad in the drops, but dis and misinformation's real. So flip a coin. That'll tell you which he is.
Yeah, and just Janet in the chat says Bill Hicks ? Maybe.
Yeah, there you go, Bill Hicks. See, you can go down those routes too. Same as what's his nuts? Who did I say? JD Vance, Paul Walker. Paul Walker. Yeah. Is it him or not? I don't know. Flip a coin. Who knows?
And again too, I say this to say, just be careful. And I would say I would think probably almost nobody in our chat is probably watching this guy. Is my guess right here. This guy. I would be my guess. Oh. I'm just guessing. Nick,
I've never watched a single episode of his. The only thing I've ever seen is the viral clips that you or anybody else puts out there. Like that's the only thing I've ever seen of this guy. I mean, I know about him because of everybody, but I've never kind of like Candace Owens. I've never sat there and watched a whole Candace Owens episode ever, not once.
Dude, that
Why?
Stuff
Because I'm too busy. I ain't got time.
Nobody got time for that, dude. That stuff is getting so juicy with the Candace stuff. As it turns out, if her reporting is correct, that everybody that we know as Erica's mother may actually be her aunt, and her dad may be a guy named Jack Solomon, and her real, or what people know as her aunt, may be her mother. And if that's true, then her family is being shown at a dedication in Israel to some gate. And she's like, oh, my family, paid for this. And I'm like, well, wait, that's not your family. But if that guy was your father, it would be your family. And it's all going back again. Everything ever since that Charlie incident for me is beating like a drum. That same country for last. And then, so I bring this up to say, this dork comes out of nowhere. He's got almost 700,000 followers. And I talked about this the other day just really quickly in that Iran war, Trump's now pro-trans surgery, whatever, like all this stupid stuff. But guess what? He had this thing on the other day and he was like, oh, this Barack Obama went over there and made this Iran deal. And he made it sound like, Obama was going over there and getting rid of like a bunch of like fanatical bad people, and that Trump came in and got rid of the Iran deal and it was a bad thing that he did it. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I'm like, wait. Trump breaking the Iran deal was a bad thing? And that's his whole pose of that video was like, oh, he's just doing what Israel wants. And, of course, it's disgusting to me. And I feel like these people get pushed, these people. And then all these people like him and, a few other folks that you see at the top of the leaderboard, like Crowder and the Quartering and all these other, they all gang up on, don't listen to Candace. Don't listen to anything she's saying. And I'm like, well, if some of it gets a little far out there, but the stuff about the connections with the military, the what do you call it, the Green Castle, Red Castle, the engineers there, Marines, her parents, the people that we know as her parents were born in a place called, was it Marlborough, Massachusetts or whatever, but it's the home of Marine aviation, and she repeated that like 4 times. In her 2 documentaries, like they kept repeating all these military connections. It's like, oh well, they were married, and she again. Oh, and I have to again note it's the home of Marine aviation, and I'm like, why are they? To me, they're like putting an exclamation point on that stuff, all the connections, and maybe that is what it is, and I don't know, but I'm here for it. I know that.
Well, I don't know what details Candace goes in, but I will say this. I've been saying this on my own show for a while, that I don't watch her. All I ever see is the clips, and the clips I do see seem to definitely have some stuff to them. And I tell people, if you're going to watch Candace Owens, go for it. Watch it with a grain of salt. I don't know what she's saying, but it sounds to me like she definitely has some good information that she's putting out. And the connections that I hear she's putting out seems to connect with stuff I already kind of think about, which, of course, would be going back to Israel, me thinking that Erica's evil, and that we're watching the show when it comes to the Erica stuff that we see all going on all over the place. Because why? Well, Charlie Kirk was what? The head of what? The turning point that happened on September 10th. So it all makes sense to me. So if Candace is right on all of it, I won't be surprised. I never sat there and dogged her at all. I feel like she's on to something, but I don't watch her. I don't have time to watch her. I'm on too much myself. So my little sister fell down the rabbit hole in the last week, literally. Nice. Or 2 weeks now. And so one of the things she fell down the rabbit hole on was Candace Owens. So what I told my little sister, I was like, you can ask me anything you need to ask me. Just take everything she says with a grain of salt and go for it. And she has fallen down the rabbit hole. She's hitting me up constantly, asking me questions now. So It's awesome. But she's starting with Candace Owens. So, but she's also listened to me for 20 plus years and thinking I was at first she thought I was a nut job, and after all these years she realized I wasn't. So now she's willing to listen, and her first drop in is Candace Owens. So.
Well, I mean, I think it's wise of you to tell her, just be wary or be cautious of, certain things that they can show. And, I'm sure you've let her know about disinformation and things along those lines. Yep. So that's the way to go, dude. I mean, more people looking into it.
Yeah, and everything she hears, she'll ask me stuff that she's like, wonders about, and I'll either straighten her out or say it's true or whatever. And it makes it simple for me, because like I'm weird, kind of too advanced for my little sister, but like her starting off with Candace Owens, like, all right, whatever hole you want to jump into, that's fine. So as long as you do it, I'm happy.
Matrix, I'm going to mute from you, and I'm going to do a little Rumble wallet commercial really quick. So if you want to say hello to your folks or whatever, just give me about a minute and I'll be right back, my man. I'm gonna mute out, guys. This is me paying my bills for this month here. So let me see. Hopefully, get this done. then I can say some thank yous and get out the door, guys. But this is very interesting, and I did get my first tip the other day from the Rumble wallet by a crypto Ethereum, so I appreciate that. But guys, here's a little inside scoop that many creators are talking about behind the scenes. It's actually one of the reasons I'm using Rumble. They made a way to super chat creators so we get paid immediately and without any fees. YouTube and Twitch take up to 50% of the fees when you tip creators, and this method takes none. That's right, the platform takes 0 fees. I keep 100%, it says I keep nearly 100% of what you send me. You can super chat with Bitcoin, Tether USD, or even Tether Gold stablecoins. The tip will show up directly the tip will show up directly the Rumble chat, which I'll do my best to read. I think that was supposed to say the tip will show up in the Rumble chat, which I will read, of course, as I do every one. All you guys need to do is download the Rumble Wallet app on the App Store, and then send the tips to your favorite creators. You can also go over to wallet.rumble.com, or you can download the app directly from the app stores. Seriously, what an amazing way to get rid of the middleman and help the creator economy. Shout out to Rumble for making this disruptive technology available. Boom. That's always awesome. And I'm trying to as well, guys, as I'm still muted from him. I don't think he's talking. Okay. I got those 3 NFTs, and I'm trying to make a sticker mule. So if you guys want to make any stickers for yourselves, I don't know what the prices are or whatever. I don't even know how to use the thing, but I'm going to upload those 3 NFTs to my store on Sticker Mule, and I, of course, like them. Let me see. I'll show you guys the pictures here. And, of course, when I got them, they were basically just it was a crap shoot, essentially. So here's one of the ones that I got. Here's another one. Oh, come on. Another one there. Yeah, I'm back. I just didn't want to interrupt you there, brother. And I'm just showing some folks on my side a couple of the NFTs that I got from. Did you get any of those Trump NFTs when they came out?
No, I don't know. Absolutely not.
Dude, I don't even remember what year it was. Maybe it was 2-3 years ago, whatever. But I got this one here. I call it Trump Disco, Trump DC Disco. I call this one, Trump Cowboy. And then I called it Trump World. I was gonna call it, Trump Money Bags or something like that. But it says Trump World over top of it. So let me drag this one over here as well. So these are the 3 that I ended up getting. As I think they were, they were $99 each. And so what I did with these, and I don't really know how Sticker Mule works. I'll have to talk to Tron, but I uploaded these that people can make prints off of, but they make you do like these proofs first before you can actually sell them. So I needed to buy 3 of, one of each of these before I could sell them. So I don't know how it
Question.
works. But, yeah.
What exactly is an NFT? What does it stand for?
Non-fungible token. I know that, but I don't ask me what a non-fungible token is. I know I know what NFT means, but I don't know what the words behind it mean. No, I mean it's a value essentially, right? Like so, they say like just like Ethereum and Bitcoin, all this other stuff is basically it's a coin that has value, and then like Bitcoin, you can buy certain things with it. Ethereum has like ledger properties and stuff like that. But certain things, they hold value. And then remember, this was like the hot thing for a while. Everybody's putting out NFTs, and it's like $1 million and like crazy. So, Trump made a huge boatload of money on these, sold, I don't know, 40 or 50,000 of them at like $100. And it says, non-fungible tokens are unique blockchain-based digital assets that act as certificates of authenticity for specific items such as digital art, music, or virtual collectibles. Unlike cryptocurrencies, each NFT is a one-of-a-kind, non-interchangeable, and securely stored on a decentralized ledger. So these ones here are in my, in my Coinbase wallet or whatever, and so they're in there as an NFT, but they're also a picture, right? So it's like also a picture that you can make and share and create images of if you wanted to. So it's like a dual purpose. And then other NFTs are, not just a photo. It might be like, a thing of clay of like, cookie jar. Somebody made a product or an actual physical item. You know what I mean? Not just a picture of something.
Got you.
But yeah,
I got you. Okay, that makes more sense then, I guess, because whenever it all came out, I remember asking the same question, and since then I never thought about it, so I totally forgot what the hell it even was. So,
yeah. And then again, still I don't fully understand it at all.
oh, I don't understand any of the blockchain crap. Honestly, I don't understand crypto. Anybody has questions about crypto, I am not the one to ask because I don't know anything about it. So
yeah, and I want to thank Tron. I guess he had rated us early on here on my side of the stream, so I appreciate that. And maybe we can get back. Why is this? Maybe we can get back onto the leaderboard, which I'm sure we'll get on the top 50 tonight as well. But let me
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get up there again. And I sent that to Joe, and he sent me back this morning. He goes, "Yeah, woke up this morning in the top 3." I'm like, "Yep, doing good."
Nice.
Some people found a little jealousy with that, apparently. And dude, I'm so vindictive that I just can't let stuff like that lie, dude. So I'm like, I might put a video out, like a very short video on Twitter a little bit later, just describing what had happened and like the sheer high schoolness of it all, and like and without mentioning any names, like why would creators be going to other creators and like say if I have a decode right here and I'm just like, yeah, you're an idiot. Like, what good does that do for anybody in our movement, especially with all the stuff that we going on? I was gonna say, with all the stuff that we got going out now, all the disclosure and stuff, people are finding their time better served by harassing other people that are air quotes supposed to be on the same side.
Well, there's a difference. There's a difference between patriots and patriots. There are people that get paid or think it's fun to, go to other anons and, like you said, just talk crap or steal digs. I've had that happen to me a lot. Not by them, but yeah, no. So it's like, I don't know what you want to call it, jealousy or what it may be, but see, I keep my nose out of it is what I do. I love it when especially bigger names decide to pick my little bitty name up and talk crap. What does that tell me? That means I'm under your skin and you don't like me, and I like and love every last second of it. And if you're trying to get a rise out of me, you won't get it. So you can keep on going, baby. I love it. You can talk. The more you talk, the more I know I'm under your skin. So keep on doing it.
It's just a pettiness too. But you know what, Matrix?
Pettiness or pedo-ness? Oh wait,
I was gonna say pettiness, like Tom Petty. But you know what? There's a certain part of me that I always try to push down a little bit. That I don't know. Sometimes I can't turn the other cheek sometimes. And thankfully, I've been in a mind space, recently to kind of do that and let things brush over. But certain times, just things like that just really get to me, and I'm just like shaking my head, like why? Like I don't get it. It just makes so. And dude, so we were talking. Me and Hulk yesterday were talking about funny screen names. I don't know if you have any particular screen names of any users that you particularly like or find funny or amusing. One of mine, I've always said historically, I think it will probably go down in the grave as one of my favorites of all time, which is Slick Willie's Willie. I don't know. I just always like that one. But I'm going to thank one of the people right here as well. And I kind of have to preface this by saying it is a pickle and it is a deer all in one. Okay, so thank you to Patriot Chick, and then Saint Cosmic Dildo and P Dancer, the top 3 contributors. And if you think I'm kidding, let me see if I can pull the picture up here. Pull the picture up.
I know I got great names.
It used to be
Cosmic Dildo. Oh my god!
It used to be a pickle, like a pickle with like stick figure or toothpick legs, and it was like a deer, like a pickle made out of a deer.
Oh my lord!
How funny is that, dude? Right?
Yeah, I got some great names. I don't have any in front of me that I can just grab right off the top of my head either. But I got some awesome names in my chats.
It's just funny. It's just funny, and there's definitely some good ones over the years for sure. And I don't want to discount anybody's, but some of those, they just pop up to my head really quickly. And so I'm heading over to the Foxhole.app, aka pill.net. I really feel like they should maybe maybe mix that into one and get rid of the other so people don't get so confused on there. But that's just one kid's opinion. Who knows? Oh, this is crazy. One Thunder, thank you very much for the can. And then Punk Q Rocker 4Q dropped 217 gold pills. It always ends in 17. It's always 217 or 317. So I appreciate that. And this is why this is why the name thing came up yesterday, Matrix. You ready for this one?
Yep.
And maybe this is a name that you've seen already, but thank you for the cookie to Bacon Slut.
Yeah, Bacon Slut.
And I'm saying that this person just really must enjoy bacon. I mean, it just has to be that they enjoy bacon, you know. And then Lore Tab 10 dropped 517 gold pills, ending in 17, 500. I appreciate that. Says, sending you all much love from MatrixQdeBreaker's Quantum Squad. Ooh, you got squad in the name too? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's the thing is when we talked about that on Thursday, my name for my crew that follow or subscribes over on Pilled is the Quantum Squad. Yes. And why, though? Because I have Quantum starts with a Q and Squad has a Q, just like the same thing Joe was saying. So when they were saying, you guys are gay, Squad, I was like, really? Yeah. Come on, man.
Well, I think Dave saved me on that one. He goes, well, but I think you probably were around before the Squad Space Shot. I'm like, yes, yeah. I was. I did have Space Squad, right. I believe, anyways. But so Lore Tab dropped that 517 gold pills and then came back and dropped another 2,683 gold pills and says that was supposed to be a fleet with a shake my head or a facepalm emoji. So very appreciated there, Lore Tab 10. And the last one, actually, no. I was going to say it's the last one, but it's the last one. 2, 3, 4, 5. We got Sean Joe, Space Squad member, founding member of Space Squad with a cookie, and then followed by Sean Joe with another cookie, and Sean Joe with another cookie, and then Sean Joe with another cookie, and Sean Joe with yet another cookie. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm on this Feel Great diet thing here, and I do feel
protocol,
great.
Not a diet. It's not a diet. It's a protocol.
I mean, and dude, I think
it's not a diet.
I think I'm going above and beyond. I think that's my issue, and it's not really an issue because I feel great. So the only thing, I got this little Pepe in my throat today. So hold on 1 second. So thank you to all you guys dropping gold pills and any donations out there. I do really appreciate that, guys. And I'm releasing the scratch offs there now. What were we just saying? What were we just arguing about? Yes, no, yes, no. Wait, what was this? Is
what were you just saying? I'm reading chat, so you just got me brain farted now. What were you saying?
Oh, cookies, not diet, not a diet, not a diet. Oh God, no, here we go. And then Bois Blanc says, cookie fight, came in with another cookie, and then another cookie, and then Punk Q Rocker won 7 gold pills, and then Bois Blanc came back and dropped another cookie, says cookie fight, and then dropped another cookie after that. And then another cookie after. I'm never going to end the show there, Bois Blanc, if we keep doing this. But I do appreciate the 3-4 cookies in a row there at the end. And everybody else is winning scratchings. And I got to shut off the webpage for now. So please, if there's any more, hold those till next show. I do appreciate that, though, very much, guys.
I got one last one that came in late, too. Richard, 111-281. Welcome and good to see you, brother. Thank you for that $5 Rumble rant. Says, yay, MatrixQdeBreaker, rock on. Thank you much. Thank you much, much love, brother.
Rock on with your bad self. All right, so you said, and rightfully so too. It's not a. I think it would be. You don't think it's a diet? I mean, it's a system, right? It's a feel great system, but
it's a protocol. It's a protocol. Here's the difference.
Potato, really?
No. Here's the difference. A diet tells you what to eat. A protocol tells you when to eat. And that's the thing, is your protocol, you have your 2 unimates that has your energy, your hunger, sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm brain fart all of a sudden. Suppressant, thank you. Appetite suppressant in it, and it has your focus in it, right? So you got to have that covered. You have your balance that has your matrix fiber that expands in your belly to make sure you're more full and eat less food. So the deal is you eat inside 8 hours, and then you don't eat for 16. You can eat what you want in those 8 hours. Therefore, it's not a diet. That's the key. I did not change what I was eating. I was still eating the same food. and yet it was still working. Why? Because it's what's in the stuff you're taking in your body, and it's also because of the time frame you're eating in. Your 16 hours of not eating, that intermediate fasting is kind of the big key to it, on top of the ingredients inside the product itself. So it's a protocol, not a diet, because you don't have to change anything you're doing outside of the windows you eat in. That's about it.
Okay, so here's where. Oh, one second. And sorry about that. I thought I did hit the button to mute it there, and sorry about the huge cough in your guys' ear. And I have that Pepe that's coming back into my throat here. But so I say that, Matrix, to say I think I'm going above and beyond, because when I was talking to Kaysen at the place, he was like, "Yeah, actually, because I never ate. I was never a big breakfast guy. You know, when I was going to work, I maybe will pick up like a bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant, and then eat it at like 10 or 11 o'clock, you know, driving into work at 7, and then eat it 3 hours later, heat it up or whatever, have it with a coffee, which, by the way, I don't drink anymore because I don't need it. I have plenty of energy with the Unamate.
Oh, wait, repeat that. No more coffee? Sounds like me. Have you guys heard for the last 6 months I'm off coffee? We have another one. I told you.
Dude, not even, like, I thought, like, oh, God, I'm going to have... And that's the other thing, like, you know, I think the caffeine in the coffee is replaced by the caffeine in this stuff. But anyways, you know, I thought you because I used to drink so much coffee, I was going to have, like, a caffeine crash. But no, I thought I would have an energy crash and whatever. But the reason I say I'm going above and beyond is because they said, yes, the appetite suppressant in the morning replaces your coffee. But at lunch, you can have that Unamate. And then you can also have a lunch. You can have your regular lunch that you would have had. And then at nighttime, you can eat whatever. But like Matrix described, that's what I've been doing, but you kind of shift it back a little later. My eating window is not even 8 hours. I'm eating between, and I know it's late, and I've talked to the people about it. They said it's better you're doing it this way than not at all. But I generally don't eat until like 9. And my eating window, if I eat like my dinner, is at like 9, and then I'll have some, you know, rice cheddar crackers up until like 1 or 2 in the morning. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, you're talking 5 or 6 hours. That's pretty much the only time I'm eating, right? And then I'm fasting for, you know, 18, 19 hours a day. And then so obviously it's really good for you, but I know you know this, and maybe some of the people in the chat might not know, but when you fast over, what is it, 16 hours or 17? I think they say once you get into 17, 18, that's when your body starts like repairing itself at the cellular level. Like it actually legitimately starts doing that. And that's nothing to do with this product. It's just the fact of you not eating anything, right?
Yeah, it starts at 12 hours, and once you pass 16, it's what you're talking about. The further you go, the better it is for you technically, because it's like, I can't remember all the details or how it works. I'm not a doctor, but it flushes the things out of your body is what it's doing too, and it's like eating the fat. But like the reason why your fasting helps so much is because your body is not getting food. Therefore, it's literally eating your fat, literally. So the longer you go without eating, that's why you lose weight so fast, because it's literally eating your fat. So if you're doing mini fast every single day for 16 hours and only eating inside of the 8-hour window, you get 16 hours of your or 4 hours basically a day of your body eating its own fat. That's that's why I say it's the key to it is only eating inside of the window. And see, I would argue with the company saying it doesn't matter when the windows are, as long as the windows are stayed inside of. Because if you have a night person, you know, that's awake at night, how can you tell them, well, you shouldn't be doing it this time? That's what I'm saying. So your window of 8 hours is just whenever your 8 hours is. If you're awake for 8 hours a day, then your window's inside that 8 hours, technically, right? So just saying, like the window's whenever it is for you. But outside of that, yeah, as long as you stay on the 8 hours, 16 hours loop, it works. It freaking works. And it does help 10 times more if you do change your diet. But the diet's not the part of it. That's the beautiful part.
Yeah, no, and I know Chris Schaus in the chat, one of our mods, she was taking it, same thing. And this is, you know, this is funny because on the first day, the very first day that I took it, I texted you that night. Do you remember the question I asked you? Do I need to take? Because I'm not really.
What did you ask me? I don't know.
I said, because it was that night, the first day I took it, I took the 2 Unamates during the day, and I had all sorts of energy. And then at nighttime, I texted you. I was like, dude, do I need to take the balance at night? Because I'm not even hungry right now. And you were like, just slam it down and just do it because it's got, you know, vitamins and stuff in there that, and the fiber and stuff.
The fiber, yes. So what that was is, so if you don't eat, if you're not eating at all, it replaces your meal. So, and even if you're not hungry, what you're doing, you still take it because of what's in it. And again, the fiber, and that's what helps your body digest stuff. It makes everything in your body work normally, back to normal. That's the whole point. That's where the product comes in. So if you're not hungry, you still need to take that balance at night. That way it has the workings of it. And if you're feeling hungry and you don't want to eat, take your balance. It'll replace your meal. I brought a balance with me out to the disc golf course because I didn't eat in the morning. And I was like 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, I got starving hungry. I seriously mixed up my balance and popped that thing. I was good for literally the next 4 or 5 hours. I was totally fine. So that gives you an idea. It literally can replace a meal based on how it works. It expands in your belly and makes you feel full.
Damn. And again, just, really quick, guys, sorry to sound so excited about it, but, when I'm down 11 pounds, and I guarantee you by now, Matrix, because I haven't weighed in like a week. I think it was a week or so, but with all the weight that I've lost so far, you're talking at least 11 pounds. I bet you I'm down probably 13, 14 by now. But the most exciting thing for me is not only did I lose this weight, but I feel great, but also I did this in freaking February and March, dude. That's when people are packing on weight usually, right? So I'm just super excited, especially the fact that I've it's been 3 weeks, I think, at this point, and I've not had a sip of any sugar whatsoever. I used to chug, raspberry sweet tea and, Arizona sweet tea like all day. You're talking minimum 64 ounces a day, minimum, bare minimum. As far as I didn't go into diabetic shock, but okay. So sorry, enough about that, guys. Anything else you want to say to any folks on the way out of here, brother? And then everybody can enjoy the rest of their Sunday without hearing us yap about how good we feel. And what's your link too? So let folks know too. And your links, I'm sure, in the description box, right?
Yeah, links are in the description box. We have spaceshotspecial.com. So just Spaceshot's name, special.com, and then MatrixSpecial.com. Just our first name, special.com. That's where you can find either one of us. Doesn't matter which way you go. He's, Space Shot's brand new to it. I've been doing it for about 6 months now. I do feel great. I'll shut up now. But thank you all very much for being here for another Sunday show. It was Sunday show number 5 today. I'm having a blast every week. And again, we were talking about a hard stop at 2. We went a whole extra hour and I didn't even realize it. So we're a little past time, which is totally fine, but I had a blast as always. And hopefully this week will bring us some new booms. So next week we can I can come in with some new decodes, because we've done the take the L thing for 3 weeks in a row. I'm ready for something new for the show.
It's crazy. And we may be having a fan, an anti-fan crew coming in. So we got 7 thumbs down already today. And I feel like I feel like maybe we got some jealous people out there. I don't think this is even just the regular haters that just give us a thumbs down for whatever. I feel like this is we don't get 7 thumbs down during the show. Usually we're at 1, if not 2. So
I got 2 right now. I got 2.
Interesting. So that's and I think that's how it goes, by views and then thumbs up to down ratio. But guess what the guy at Rumble told me? He goes, I don't even know how it works. He goes, but they said they're revamping it. So
good.
So we'll see how this goes out. So again, thank you to all the mods out there. We do appreciate your help. And as Matrix said, you guys can check him out at Matrix Special or Space Shot Special. Links are in each of our shows down in the box below. Matrix, when's your next show, too? Mine's tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern for Hold the Line. We're coming up on episode 200. When's your next one, rocking and rolling out the door?
The 100% for sure one will be tomorrow evening, the Monday night show, Monday through Friday. If we don't have a set time, just in the evening, Monday through Friday, you'll catch me and Omazon doing our thing with our Foxcoms. And I could have a show later. I haven't decided yet. I might be messing around with something tonight, so...
Messing around with something tonight. All right. Well, again, thank you to the mods. I did release the scratchings. Okay. Everything got the treasure. Did treasure chest go out over here a long time ago? I think so. Let me just hit it again. Yeah. Okay. I did distribute them over on DLive and on the Foxhole. So again, thank you to the mods out there. We do appreciate your help, myself and many, many others out there. Very selfless help. And of course, for all of you guys, you wonderful patriots, for tuning in. So for Matrix and myself, we do appreciate each and every last one of you wonderful world patriots for tuning in out there. Oh, dude, you know what I didn't ask? I didn't even get to load it, but we'll do it for next show. We'll get the techno version in for the next show maybe. But I'll just do the regular brackets and jackets here, guys. And if you guys insist in the chat, I'll switch it over. So just let me know if you want the techno version to be switched over, and I'll load it into the system really quick. So again, for Matrix and myself, we do appreciate each and every one of you wonderful world patriots for tuning in out there. And until that next one, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
Hello, guys. Something special is happening in here. That's right. It's brackets and jackets. Bringing it back for brackets and jackets. Special Epstein Island edition. That's right, folks. Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, the man with the island, which is suspiciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see, this man, Jeffrey Epstein, is funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people on the street to make sure his shit doesn't get out. That's right. They want the record sealed. And they're paying a lot of people. Epstein's paying a lot of people. Oh boy. For one, he's got a whole Mossad media matrix in America. And I would bet you anything that Alex Jones is one of them. Prove me wrong. That's right, Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the building with songs about Epstein. It's Breakfast Jackets Epstein edition. Guys, I had some epiphanies today. I had some real big epiphanies about some guys. A big network of guys and spies and lies and liars. All right, think about this for a minute, okay? The guy in Portland, the scientist that just got busted for producing CP, that guy is 1 degree of separation away from Epstein. Epstein, the investor that lives in West Palm Beach, Florida. I know a guy who lives in West Palm Beach, Florida as well. Investor as well. Also involved as well. And all is not well with these guys. The Florida boys, the Glow boys, the Scott Israels of the world. You see, Epstein is Hillary Clinton. And Epstein is Haiti. And Epstein is a big network of media assets. By the way, did you know that Steve Bannon was going to that guy for money? Also, Epstein is Epstein Oprah. Epstein is Chris Tucker. You remember him. Epstein is also Kevin Spacey. Epstein is also Prince Andrew. Epstein is also... Who else is Epstein? Who else is Epstein? Tell me. You guys know? Who else is Epstein? Is Epstein Big Pharma? Is Epstein Brian Singer? Is Epstein Naomi Campbell? Yep, all of the above. All of the above. Who is Epstein? Epstein is the keystone of a whole motherfucking matrix. And once you pull it out, it all falls down. Dersh was there too. That's right, we're dropping red pills every day. Dropping red pills in the best kind of way. This is brackets and jackets for the denizens of islands.